Good morning, and welcome to Non-Standard Action. We are playing Paizo's Fly Free or Die, Book 2, Merchants of the Void. You are listening to Episode 8, A Fugitive of the Law. I am Tom, your GM, and joining me are my 5 wonderful friends, Jet, Leif, Liz, Nick, and Simon. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Excellent. Today's icebreaker question is, if you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be? Let's get names, pronouns for you and your character, and answers to that question. We will go, let's start with Jet, and then, yeah.
The sound of dishes from my kitchen as Judy rummages. I'm Jet. I'm going to be playing Gus. We're both he, him. And if Gus had to eat one meal every day for the rest of his life, it would be eggplant parmesan, but much like with any other food that Gus eats, the bovine-based dairy products would be replaced with black milk-based stuff. So it would be black milk cheese.
Gross.
Extra moldy.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you? Question mark?
Thanks. Leif, what about you?
Hi, Leif, they, them. I'll be playing Ketch, he, him. And Ketch could live off of biscuits and gravy for the rest of his life and not mind much.
Awesome.
I don't know why, that just kind of came to me. It's
Yeah,
Ketch came and told me in the night that was the answer.
I can see that. And it's a very hearty meal, sort of like comfort food. I feel like Ketch is a big comfort food kind of guy.
Yeah, it's a diner kind of
absolutely.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a toss up between that and chicken fried steak with a side of mashed potatoes.
And
fried
Liz.
chicken, but I don't like chicken fried steak. Explain
Right,
that,
exactly.
America.
Because chicken fried steak is not chicken.
Oh. All right. I guess I
Yes.
should have asked you instead of America.
America, explain what you mean, Arkansas.
It's steak that's pounded really thin and then breaded and fried like chicken.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm Liz. I use she, her, and I play Auntie Nuna, who's also she, her. Auntie Nuna, it doesn't really matter to her as long as there is tea. And like, if she could only drink one kind of tea for the rest of her life, it would be oolong.
Why don't you come and drink a calming cup of oolong tea?
Yes, exactly.
Prince Zuko. Yeah.
I may have reinitiated another rewatch of Avatar.
Hey,
It's good.
yeah.
Yeah. That's there. Yeah. There's nothing to
Nothing
apologize
wrong
for
with
there. When
Oh, I
I
wasn't
was, when I was sort of on my butt after the second COVID shot, I just, on a whim, was like, all right, well, I guess it's time to rewatch Doctor Who from Christopher Eccleston. And oh my God,
Well done.
Christopher Eccleston was so good. He was so
Honestly,
good.
I loved
one
him
of
in
the-
it.
one of the most underrated, one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Who was the
Yeah,
first
and
of the new ones?
Yeah.
He was the first of the reboot. So he is known as Dr. Nine.
Yeah.
I was one of the one. I definitely didn't give him a fair shake because I saw David Tennant first, and in my Anyway, no, we're going down.
Yeah,
I'm going down. Sorry, Nick. Who are you playing? And answer the question
Hi.
if you can remember it.
I'm Nick. Whatever pronouns. I'm playing Sloan. She, her pronouns. And I think the question was something about what would you eat for the rest of your life if you could only eat one thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sloan is going to pick chocolate. Just chocolate forever. Gotta get lots of calories to keep, those ASMR powers going.
An ASMR
Oh, yeah.
after my own heart.
Oh, it works.
That is
Yeah.
how it works. Yeah. No, that's in the lore in
of
Starfinder.
sugar. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, sugar and cotton candy and rainbows. That's ASMR.
And tieflings just eat dirt, apparently.
Raw
Mud
meat,
and dirt.
pure protein.
Mhm. Yeah.
Snails and puppy
Stone
dog
soup.
tails.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta love those puppy dog tales, just like Mom used to make.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're popular on EOX.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Puppy mill takes on a whole new meaning here.
Oh,
Puppy dog tail
no.
soup.
Boo.
Puppy dog tail
Simon,
soup.
Simon, take us away from this topic.
I'll try. So I've actually thought a lot about what Maraeoth likes to eat. Because I imagine that, like, if you gave a Maraeoth a Spathan a sandwich, like, it's going to be frustrating for the individual bugs, because it would be as if a huge sandwich was delivered to you and, like, the rest of your city. And, like, you'd have to go to the bread and, like, grab a chunk of it, and then go to, like, the meat and grab a chunk of it. So I think Maraeoth prefers, like, kind of pre-mixed stuff, like smoothies, or perhaps trail mix.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why I'm
the same
on such
problem.
I don't know why I'm on such a gross kick today, but would Maraeoth not eat like a fly, just regurgitate onto it, let it melt down, and then kind of like pass the
Sure, of course. But they prefer when it's like pre-regurgitated, right? When it's like pre-dissolved for their convenience.
Yeah. I suppose that would take out a very energy intensive step. You're right.
I suppose giving a sandwich to Maraeoth would be like if you took out like a cake that was half done. Because Maraeoth has to finish that last step for it to actually be food for them.
Or perhaps comparable to like I don't know, like like an assembly run, like a sandwich meal, right? Where they're like the bread's over here, the meat's over here. I feel like that's the best metaphor. So yeah, let's just say like very sugar-rich slurry with like lots of interesting textures, but all the textures are mixed in.
I love it.
Maraeoth hates Subway.
I just thought, because sugar, the whole sugar thing, an ASMR with a Spathan descent.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's really wild. Anyway,
Sugar water. All sugar water all the time.
mhm. I'm just gonna briefly
just
try and
Set
get
up
my
like a
camera to
huge
be in
hummingbird feeder.
Mhm.
And,
I don't think
and
that
now
helped.
I'm just thinking about the guy from Men in Black.
Oh, the one little alien.
The not so little alien, yeah.
Oh, that helped.
Oh,
All right,
the bad guy.
Yeah,
Who
the bad
just really
guy.
like sugar water. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because he's a giant bug. Ah.
It's been a while since I've watched The Men in Black.
Oh my god, that movie's got to be so old now.
Oh,
It-
it's
I was
It
gonna
is.
say-
It's like 20 years old.
yeah, at least.
Yeah, the last time I checked it, it crushed my soul.
Maybe even 30.
Mm.
Well,
No,
Getting
I-
close.
try having students, and the eldest,
No.
the youngest student in this family told me, she's like, oh, so Mr. Aroni, it's blah blah blah's birthday today, and I was like, oh, that's great, and she's like, yeah, she's turning 16, and I was like,
Oh, my soul.
in that moment I aged like 50 years.
Yep.
It was,
I remember
like
teaching
Last
that kid in
Crusade.
like
chose
third grade.
poorly.
Yeah. So
Yep.
anyway, age is a funny thing. So last week, these characters finally dinged that loftiest point yet, level 4. So I wanted to go around. Level 4 is a pretty big level. It comes before a pretty big level in level 5 where you get those stat boosts, but level 4 is nothing to shake a stick at. So let's go around real quick and get some cool things folks did for level 4. I'm gonna reverse order. Simon.
Yeah, but I didn't get any cool things. I picked up a gravitic reinforcement because I like high saving throws.
Awesome.
But I don't know how often I'll use that move action to activate it. Sorry, I'm very new to Solarian. It's like all my cool stuff I don't get all the time. I have to flip it on every darn fight.
Yeah, no. Solarians love the Solarian, playbook loves move actions, or rather hates move actions because they give you like 15 things to do with them. So yeah, but then a lot of that is also sort of designed for the classic sort of Stellar Rush Solarian, I think, where you can charge in as a standard action, so you can do something as a move action, then charge and attack as a standard.
I mean, I'm ranged, so I don't have to move, so it'll
Also
probably
true.
be fine.
Yeah. Okay. What about Sloan, Nick?
I got debilitating trick because I'm 4th level operative, and I got an exploit. but that's all I'm telling you.
I know this exploit.
Tom knows. Tom knows what's
Yeah.
coming. But I'm not telling you
Very
anything else. It's a
suspicious.
surprise.
It'll be a surprise, all right. Liz, what about Auntie Nuna?
Auntie Nuna got sudden shift this level. So basically, if anybody does damage to an enemy within 60 feet, she can give her allies the option of a guarded 5-foot step. That 5-foot step is taken out of their next move action, I think, but
That's pretty
basically,
cool.
yeah, as a reaction. So yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Do people have to spend their reaction to get away? Not that you all have a
Yeah,
lot to
most
do
of
with
us don't
reactions
use our
anyway.
reaction. We don't have like a soldier or anything.
Yeah, whenever
Cool.
you or an ally deal damage to an opponent within 60 feet of you, you can take a reaction to allow all allies within 60 feet of the opponent to take a guarded step as a reaction.
Neat. Okay, so it's whenever you all do damage, you can.
All allies.
Yeah, yeah,
Or, yep.
that's very cool.
I can
All
see
right.
that coming in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Good one.
Leif, what about you?
Level 4 wasn't super exciting for me as a mechanic. All I got was a mechanic trick. I shouldn't say that. Oh my god, I'm so ungrateful. And I ended up taking a rather interesting one that I don't think I've really played with before. I don't know how much to really say about it because I want it to be kind of surprising. Needless to say, Ketch is now even more in touch with vehicles and their engines.
Oh, you went with the thing we talked about. Nice.
Yeah. Nick helped me pick this one.
I like it.
Mhm.
I like it.
We were
And
totally
last-
not hiding from real grown-ups at my birthday party.
Oh god, real people, real adults. Let's go talk about Starfinder.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Real
to. That's a thing that I'm gonna have to get used to, re-socializing with other people aside from Sarah and you all.
Right?
Feels weird,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I bet. Jet, what did Gus get? Our resident nanocyte.
So at 4th level, what nanocytes get is it's another nanocyte knack. And I mean, these are the way that you, aside from the archetype, which I can't remember what that's called off the top of my head. This is how you really customize your nanocyte. And I took versatile nanites. It allows you, it ties into a nanite sheath and expands my skill options. Because when I take a nanite sheath, I get a +1 to reflex. And I get a +1 to 2 other skills, and it's from a small list. And I added medicine and perception to it. And then I looked at a couple of my other class skills, and I realized that some of them had scaled at 3, and I hadn't realized it. So I actually have a +2 bonus to some skills with my sheath active. My cloud array is actually bigger than it was
Cloudier.
previously, and a couple other things.
Awesome. Very cool. Looking forward to seeing that in action. So, speaking of action, last week, our free-flying traders nailed it. Wrangled their defrexes onto the severance package, but not before they were confronted by a bounty hunter sent by a disgruntled Edge Corp, a certain disgruntled executive vice president. The fight with whom ended in explosive fashion. The explosions continued as the bounty hunter, unbeknownst to himself, acted as host to a rather volatile set of nanites. These nanites caused the defrexes aboard the ship to begin, well, exploding. This caused all sorts of trouble for the severance package and her crew. But they managed to get things under wraps fairly quickly and finally arrived at Skitterhaven Ranch on Vesk 3. There, they were paid handsomely for this herd of predators, but were ambushed by the phantoms that had been menacing this ranch all along. A pair of Stridermanders, feral warped versions of Skittermanders. After that, the crew had some downtime before they were contacted by one Eshavio Fireheart, captain in the Veskarium's military intelligence organization, Directive 9. The captain had a job offer for them and wanted to meet in person to discuss the sensitive information. And that is where we had left off, with the crew finishing up some shopping, some downtime, and some upgrades of the severance package as well. But we are not going to come back in on the crew. We're going to open on a different scene.
Mm.
We see a dingy apartment building in the down low on Absalom Station. The camera pans up to a window with a dark room beyond it, and we see Roche, the Lucandrium broker that the crew worked with to get the Black Hearts. Her face is lit by the glow of her datapad as she watches a sitcom about 4 roommates, 3 sharing in a Vesk. She laughs as she watches, but cocks her head when she hears something outside the door to her apartment. All of a sudden, the door bursts in, light from the hallway streaming in a sharp rectangle along the floor. She manages to cry out, "Who the hell are you?" before a shadowy figure darts into the room and shoves a bag over her head, while another one stands watch, outlined in the doorframe by the light from the hallway. We cut to the Ghost Mire, and the tent city that has popped up in the surrounding ruins to house the various Ijtikri here to protest and be tended to alternatively. We see inside a tent, where a table and some chairs have been set up. Shazarad Quamp, the Skittermander nurse in charge of tending to the Ijtikri of the area, sits on one side of the table. "Yeah, I bought the Black Hearts and have been putting them in the Ijtikri here. But there's nothing that says necrographs is illegal, and I always get permission from them before." "That is not what we are concerned about, Miss Quamp," a voice from the other side of the table says. The camera does not pan to show us this new speaker.
Rude.
"You said you bought these hearts from a trading vessel. What was the name of that trading vessel?" "Yeah, it was a severance package. Real nice folks. Very helpful. What of it?" "Thank you, Miss Quamp. You've been very helpful." There is a snap, and 2 hands come down on either side of Shazarad on her shoulders. The hands have black gloves on them. The camera cuts away to the ground, and we see Shazarad's bubble wand clatter to the floor.
Oh no.
We now cut to the severance package, descending on a landing zone in Command 3, capital city of Vesk 3. So, you know that you have been tasked, you've been invited to meet Captain Eshevayo Fireheart, captain of Directive 9, in Directive 9. He's not the captain of Directive 9. Outside of True Blue Dye Works. Any research done on True Blue Dye Works, once you come in, sees that this is a factory that produces, as the name implies, dyes.
Only blue dyes, though.
Yeah, actually, because of the specific bug that they produce the dyes from, it produces a very vibrant blue. And there was a recent armed burglary at this company's headquarters that left 14 people dead, including 8 civilian employees of the facility. So,
It's not cool.
no. Once you touch down in Command 3, you can catch public transportation to the facility. I presume any shopping, any shopping could be done. He did tell you that he was going to give you a stipend, so we're just going to hand wave and say that your shopping is done at any point. Not to break immersion here, but the city has several distinct layers as you're entering. The original settlement, now home to some of the city's most nefarious criminals, sits well below the modern levels. True Blue's corporate headquarters lies on an upper layer reserved for industrial and commercial facilities. The expansive and lavish corporate campus includes 20 different dye processing facilities, a maglev transportation system, a sculpture garden, and an exercise facility. Captain Eshevayo meets you outside the Zayada Blue Processing Center, emerging from a black urban cruiser. He strides over to you all and shakes everyone's hands. "Greetings, everyone. Thank you for coming. Please, this way." Assuming that you all follow him, he leads you into the facility.
Rayath is just wondering how he shook their hands.
He does offer, and if you, how do you, balls in your court, Simon, how do you shake his hand?
Oh, if he offers, Rayath will just land around his hand in a ball around it, and then just, vibrate.
He does his best not to look upset by this.
Rayath is fully convinced and is glad, because most people are really unsettled by this.
Yeah. Eshevayo is nothing if not a gentleman. Yes. So he leads you all into the facility. after making introductions, through a security checkpoint, a warehouse, and a greenhouse strung with cables bearing large desiccated leaves weighted with clumps of shriveled, dried berries. These rooms show signs of forced entry and battle, bloodstains, broken glass, and scars from weapons. Captain Fireheart plucks a leaf from the greenhouse wall, turns it over, and delicately splits one of the brown sacks on its back with the tip of his claw. A tiny golden insect with thousands of legs and circular mandibles crawls out and over the Vesk's hand. Zyapedes burrow inside the leaves of Burwayo bushes, he says, and those only grow around the city of Zyada, south of here. Skittermanders call these things the gold of the garden planet, but the real gold is inside. As Eshevayo crushes the insect between his nails, a vibrant blue dribbles down his finger. Zyada Blue, so popular the whole company is named after it. However, about 1 in 100 of these Zyapedes holds a more valuable treasure, too small for you to see, a bacterium that can be used to create a biological weapon called Hellfire Toxin. Hellfire is so dangerous and lethal that even the Veskarium rejected its use. Shortly before I contacted you, a team of highly trained and, as of yet, unidentified individuals broke in here and killed more than a dozen people, including 8 civilians. When True Blue took stock of the damage, they discovered the theft. Hundreds of Zyapedes, all carrying the toxin and slated for safe disintegration. We do have a lead. A Formian by the name of Jask Beskask used to work at this facility and visited unprompted just before the attack. We have reasonable suspicion that they stole the bugs there and set up the attack to cover their tracks.
When this guy said not even the Veskarium would use that poison, Ketch audibly scoffed.
Yeah, he looks, he side-eyes Ketch, and then, continues on. He knows the Veskarium's reputation.
Gus's ears go up and his eyes get wide when he said not even the Veskarium would use it, in horror.
Yeah.
This scientist who visited, why did he stop working for you?
They left the employ and not working for me. I don't work for Zyada. I am of Directive 9. But they stopped working for True Blue months ago. They did not give a reason. Now, there is only one person who has ever successfully weaponized Hellfire Toxin, and she used it to slaughter a city of innocent people. Her name is Agavana Oathbreaker, the Butcher of Burandamana. We think this Formian, Jask, was working for Agavana. Agavana, yes. We don't know where Agavana is, but Jask owns a music shop on Gaskar 3, a planet in near space. I want you to go there, interrogate Jask Beskask for Agavana Oathbreaker's whereabouts, and bring Oathbreaker back to me. Alive if you can. I have some questions for her.
How does she know this music shop owner?
I don't...
Fence motive.
Or, maybe the question is, well, why do you suspect that she is involved?
Because, as I said, she is the only one that has ever successfully weaponized this Hellfire Toxin.
So wait, the
Formian visited right before the break-in, and that's suspicious.
Yes, and worked here before.
And worked here before, so knows about the
Zyapedes.
Poison Zyapedes. Yeah. And then there's only one person who's ever weaponized it, and so we assume that these two are connected in some way, but we don't really know how.
Right.
Yeah.
And who owns the music shop?
Jasper Beskask, the Formian.
The Formian, okay.
Yes.
So
sort of weird that they went from working at a dye plant to owning a music shop. It's kind of an odd career shift, but we can go with it.
I mean, you'll have to ask them if you find them. Hey, why did you stop working here?
Oh.
Yeah.
We are curious why you trust us with such an important secret.
Well, Your reputation precedes you. As I said, Carmelar Gravender recommended you highly as a loyal member of the Vescarium. And your reputation does precede you with your work delivering the Black Hearts to who was the nurse on Vesk? It was Vesk 2, wasn't it?
One who just got black bagged. Yeah.
What?
You don't know
Nothing.
that.
I don't know that either.
Yeah.
Yes. So, suffice to say, you all came highly recommended, and you do good work. Not only that, but Agavana has avoided capture for almost a decade. She knows how we think and how we operate. She won't expect me to hire a bunch of outsiders.
Sense motive.
Okay.
That is a... Crap, why didn't I have this?
Total.
A 15? 2. Gosh darn it.
A 15 on a natural 2. That's an envoy for you.
I'm still bitter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. So yeah, you get the sense that this he is being genuine with you. You probably have some natural suspicion, which is coming into this, but you can't confirm whether your suspicion is merited or not.
Or just paranoia.
Yep.
You don't get to be as old as Auntie Nuna without being paranoid.
That is very true. So, yeah, if you all, he'll go on about Agavana as well if you all want to know more information on her. They don't know, he doesn't have like a dossier for you, but he'll tell you she was a former Vescarium soldier who betrayed her own people. 8 years ago, she deserted her unit, demanded the Empire free hundreds of imprisoned criminals she claimed had been unjustly incarcerated, and when her request was denied, she unleashed Hellfire Toxin on the city of Barandamana. Hundreds of thousands of innocent people burned alive from that bioweapon. It took weeks for some of them to die.
It is odd that she was concerned about the plight of unjustly jailed people and then killed so many people unjustly.
Unjustly incarcerated were her words.
What were they incarcerated for?
Various crimes against the Empire and the people.
Auntie Nuna wants to do a computers check to look up this sort of thing, this history, maybe conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear a perspective of the story that is not coming from an official of the Vescarium.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to get that? Aren't they basically a fascist state with their own state news program and not
you
a lot
are
else?
on the Vescarium infosphere right now.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm imagining, very heavily policed and edited like China or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to find much beyond this. There's a bunch of news articles, the massacre of hundreds of thousands of innocents, the butcher of Barandamana, Agavana Oathbreaker betrays her people, all that kind of thing. It all falls in line.
Where is the music shop located?
On Gaskar 3, which is Gaskar, a planet in near space, not too far away. It'll take you
Is it within the
days.
Vescarium? Will we have different internet there? Essentially, is what I guess I'm asking.
You will have different internet there. The Vescarium doesn't have dominion over. It is outside of the Vescarium's solar system.
Nice.
You can tell whether it's in the Vescarium if its name is Vesk something.
Yeah. That is
That's
a dead
followed by
giveaway.
a number. Yes. Yeah.
They really like going for that.
Yeah.
They enjoy.
Yeah. No, near space is Vescarium adjacent, but it is not under the rule of the Vescarium. Not for lack of trying. So
Auntie Nuna makes a mental note.
Can we take
So,
the job, Captain?
Sure, we'll look into this for you.
Excellent. I am glad to know that my trust was well placed. If there are no more questions, I will let you get to it, and may Demoratosh guide your Doshko in hunting down this traitor. He also wires you the 6,500 credits promised. As a reminder, you are being paid 10 BP if you bring back Agavana Oathbreaker dead, 15 BP if you bring her back live. But you have the 6,500 credits right now. So,
Catch just, yeah, more gosh to Kokomo to you too, bud.
he'll escort you back out of the corporate headquarters here, and you all can get.
I guess I'm vaguely curious. Morath is vaguely curious about these bugs. Are they at all intelligent, or?
No. Not. They are not sentient. I don't think they would have an intelligence score. So
Makes sense.
Yeah. And they're definitely under lock and key. They would not want you to just like absorb one of them into your swarm deal.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Swap some DNA around and make your
whisperer.
own like fire.
Walking bioweapon.
Oh no. Talk
That'd
about
be a fun homebrew game.
That'll
That
be my
would-
next Bathanet character.
Mhm,
Your next
yeah.
Spathiner.
Crossbred
Yeah.
with the Ziapede, with the 1 in 1,000 Hellfire Toxin.
Oh no.
Goodness.
Can we find some cargo to take to this other planet?
Oh, sure. It's not a bad idea. Let me get out my handy dandy alien character deck that I got from Paizo.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
hope it's kobold.
Paizo didn't send it to me. I should
And it
clarify.
can be yours for $19.99. Wait, I don't actually know the price.
$15.99. I bought this myself. I need to clarify. Paizo did not send this to me. I bought it as a product from Paizo though. Very exciting. Has, what is it? 55 alien races, 50 playable races, all card sized. Very, very cool. And I have it because it'll make it easier for me to just be like, oh yes, you meet a Kasatha. So
Boring.
yeah, well, they can't all be Spathane, okay, Simon?
Yeah.
The other exciting
I think
thing
Auntie
about that
Nuna
is-
probably smacks.
She reaches
exciting
out of
thing
the
about
game
that
and
is-
smacks Simon.
5 new races, one of which is finally we get our space kobolds.
Yes, yeah, there are. Yeah, I should mention there are 5 new
They're very
races.
cool.
They are all
Kobolds.
upsettingly strong in ways. But yes, we got 5 new races with that, and it's very cool. So some trading. This is the time. This is the part of the show where I ask our studio audience if you have a cool object for our nerds to trade. Go ahead and suggest it in Twitch chat right now as I pull up these rules, which are no longer in the PDF that I have open for the book.
Because we're in book
Bees.
2.
Because we're in a different book.
Bees.
Not bees.
What was that?
Not bees.
Oh, not the bees.
Anything
right,
with
I'll
bees.
I'll wait another 30 seconds before.
Did you know that in
Spiders.
real life, there are people that their job is to transport whole hives and hives of bees from one location to another so that they'll pollinate fields and orchards and stuff. And every so often, the truck will pull into a gas station or something, and some of the hives on the truck will swarm, which means that they all leave the hive. And so they have so many bees that they'll just leave them. They'll just leave this swarm of bees hanging from a tree at a gas station. And someone has
There's
to go and
liability.
pick them up, so there are small time bee removers who take small jobs like that, and then they get to keep the bees, and they set up hives in their backyards and stuff. It's this whole subculture
How strange.
Anyhow, sorry.
No, that's fine. Perfect vamping. So I have rolled a die between our the two fan-submitted options before then Ninja suggested the Solarian weapon crystals from Vesk 4. I'm not going to tempt Simon with trying to figure out the rules on how easy is it to just lift one of these crystals, or I would just have to make them, these are all the worst crystals you could possibly ask for. But
Tiny level 1 crystals.
Yeah, we had a large shipment of organic fertilizer from Mystery Legos or Baby's First Doshko from Drunk Fat Ninja. I rolled a d4 and determined that we will, in fact, be delivering Baby's First Doshko to Gascar 3. So you are going to go ahead and first make me the find cargo roll. Shouldn't have.
They double as steak knives.
Or the horse there.
14 plus 4.
And then everybody's helping.
18.
Plus 4 is an 18. Would you like to
re-roll that? I will.
Okay.
That's only a 3 on the die. That's much better.
Yep,
19.
Yep. 19 plus 4.
Plus 4 is 23.
23. The DC for this is 10 plus 1.5 times your character level, which makes it a 16 right now, because you all are now level 4. So you exceeded the DC by 5, meaning you can increase this number by increase or decrease this number by 1. You find 2 lots of cargo of these Baby's First Doshko. They're adorable. They have they are made of plastic and they have the light up. It's basically a lightsaber, but with a Doshko, right? Those plastic lightsabers that you would get as a kid. And so you flick the Doshko out and all of a sudden it just, the laser, imagine 3 lightsaber, those collapsible lightsaber things. It just flicks out and all of a sudden your Doshko is lit, right? It's kind of cool. So,
sweet.
Yeah, it's lit.
Can we fit 4 lots in our new holds? Is that the magic number?
1 lot is 50 tons. So you actually found the perfect amount without having to modify it because you have 100 units of storage in your null space cargo hold.
Sweet.
So, yeah. So you have 2 lots or 100 tons of Baby's First Doshko going to, you're going to try and sell them on Gascar 3.
Yep.
They were not meant to, go there necessarily. So this is, let's see. Because I'm trying to figure out how that will modify your buying price. Oh, a near space world, no change. Excellent. So that's that. So let's go along with you load these up into your cargo ship. You finish any personal purchases up that you wanted to, and then you head off for Gascar 3. The flight there is fairly uneventful. Nothing really happens of note.
That's what we like to hear.
That is, yeah, most of the time. Notably, the goblins, Rattlesnarp, Goog, and I'm terrible. I should remember them and not forget that they're there.
Make a handout for them.
Fleagrebe, Rattlesnarp, and Goog are all there. They'll help you to load the cargo on, but their help is not very helpful and thus doesn't make a meaningful difference. And then you are off.
Auntie Nuna has made all of them sweaters, by the way.
So let's see. Then Rattlesnarp has shredded the sweater up and repurposed it for other different things for his dream pair of time traveling pants. And then Fleagrebe and Goog are sort of they're both wearing theirs proudly.
No, they're wearing them as pants upside down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've actually seen DIY instructions to turn an old sweater into ugly leggings, and it's like, but goblins would totally do that.
Yeah. Something I forgot because we haven't done this in a while. The matter of complications.
Oh no.
All right.
Complications, you say?
complications. There's always a complication on these things. Whether it actually affects you all is kind of determined by, me. But you find a... let's see. Actually, why doesn't everybody give me a perception check?
All right.
21.
9.
25.
Bless his
Yes,
heart.
spicy.
Catch got his goggles on.
23.
Oh, Auntie Nuna rolled a 1, so she got 9. She got on par with friggin' Maria.
Morath was talking to her about sweaters. It was very distracting.
About the possibility of a sweater for them.
60,000 tiny sweaters, yes.
Yes, yeah. So they are
Exactly.
distracted, but Ketch is not. Ketch actually manages to catch a sound. Yeah, sorry. Manages to hear a sound coming from the cargo bay, and you know there aren't defrexes in there this time. So you.
The trauma is still there, though.
Yeah. So what do you do? Hearing you hear a sound as if something sort of got knocked over.
Ketch is going to go check it out.
Okay. You hear a rummaging
Sorry,
as you open the door.
I'm imagining Catch. It's the middle of the night, and Catch has like a baseball bat and is wearing like a tank top and
Or-
boxers,
yeah.
and that's it.
Tank top and heart boxers, yeah.
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 Classic.
And it's not a baseball bat, though. He's got a... no, you know what? It is a baseball bat.
laser bat.
No, it's a baseball bat. I was going to say giant spanner, but I've gone that route before. No.
That was the other mechanic that
That
soldier.
was the other mechanic. We
Yeah.
don't even
Who was
remember
actually a
his
soldier.
name.
Mechanically.
Yeah.
Grrr. So anyway, why can't I remember his name? Grrr.
It's so frustrating. Grr.
So you duck into the cargo bay, and you hear a noise coming from, we'll say, the east side. And if you creep around, you hear you realize that there is another person in here. They're sort of muttering to themselves. It's gotta be in here somewhere. And they seem very distracted. Rounding the corner, they don't even notice you as you round the corner, and you see what appears to be a winterborn Riforian, sort of rummaging around. A crate is sort of on its side on the ground, and you see that he actually seems to be some sort of a stowaway.
Ow. Didn't see that coming.
What do you do, Ketch?
I'm sorry, you cut out a whole lot there. What did I see?
There is a winterborn Riforian rummaging around in the contents of a second box. The first box seems to be knocked over on its side. You can tell pretty clearly that he, judging by the lack of baby's first Doshkos in that crate, he was stowed away in that box.
Are we in the drift right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's not going anywhere.
No.
Ketch is no fool. He'll pull his comm out of his waistband because he doesn't have pockets right now, and he'll just kind of like quietly, so nobody can hear him, just be like, "Hey guys, we got a stowaway in the cargo hold. I'm on it though.
He's
I'm on it.
friendly.
If you don't hear from me in a couple of minutes, come with guns." And he puts it down, and he's gonna go in there with the bat over his
Goes
shoulder,
back to sleep.
just like.
Gus starts freaking out and like hurriedly is running down the hall.
So
just
Ketch,
wearing some like shorts.
So Ketch from the doorway, just kind of like with the baseball bat intimidatingly over his shoulder, just kind of like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hi. So, I'm really sorry. Please don't kill me. I had to get on board. I lost something. Hi. My name is Ranj. You can't get a read on
that
this
may
guy
be
with a sixth sense motive.
I was going to say that might be a sixth sense motive, but Ketch still doesn't trust him.
Sure.
Auntie Nuna is heading down the hallway.
What'd you lose, buddy?
Well, I was looking for my now this is Tom having a problem, not Ranj coming up with an excuse. I was looking. Yes, yeah. He explains that he was searching for a prototype of the toy that you all are selling. He says, I'm an employee in the facility that we make these in, and when I heard that the shipment was going out, and I realized I couldn't find my prototype. You see, I was making one for my daughter, but it had like real lasers on it. I didn't want that to just go out and be out in the public, right? And so I had to make sure that it didn't get sent out with the other stuff. But then I heard that you all had grabbed it, and so I did the only thing I could. I jumped on board.
As he's been saying this, Ketch has just been slowly getting closer to him until he's like right in this guy's face, and he just kind of swings the bat down and uses it as like a little impromptu cane, kind of leaning on it. And he's like, Well, do you know what happens to stowaways in the Vescarium? Do you know how they're treated? Do you know the kind of support and legal support you get? Come with me. And he puts his arm around him and he starts walking him over towards the airlock.
Oh God!
Oh God!
No, please!
Auntie Nuna,
I have a daughter.
I was gonna say, I figure you guys can show up about now.
Yeah.
If Auntie Nuna was lagging behind, because Gus out of armor has a 40-foot movement speed, Gus would probably pick her up. And just
Scoop.
her
Yeah,
and her
so
like
just,
night her and her like night evening robe, and Gus and just like a pair of like gym shorts.
Rayath will stream out of the vents high up in the cargo hold.
Patch, where are you going with that young man?
She says, both sets
Please.
of arms crossed.
Please, he's gonna space me. I was just looking for.
I was just giving this guy a hard time. Don't worry about it. And he turns him back around and he kind of like throws him into Gus's arms, because I mean Gus is probably the biggest of us.
He bounces off Gus because Gus refuses to drop Auntie Nuna.
He collapses to the floor as a result.
Oh no, Morath will
I was gonna
catch him,
say,
although I don't know
it
if
was
that's
more-
preferable.
I mean, it was kind of like tossing him at the party's feet. He doesn't have to you guys don't have to catch him.
I like the idea of him bouncing off and just Gus just looking at him, just Auntie Nuna in his arms and a princess carry.
Yeah, he told me some baloney story about a prototype. I don't believe him. I think we should turn him over to the authorities.
There's a real easy way to fix this. I tell you my story. You help me look through here and find the thing. And I apologize profusely because you're right. I probably could have gone about this in a better way. He tells you the story of, like how he made the prototype and he didn't want it getting into the hands of a kid that
And
wasn't aware that it was cool.
Well, we have to check.
Darn it!
Wow.
Morath
She
has got this
rolled.
covered.
Nat ones on both
I
the
don't.
check and the envoy bonus. She forgot her glasses. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
I
you go.
understand this.
Well, we need to check
Anything
anyway, just on the off chance he is telling the truth, because we can't let a functional tiny Dosh go into the hands of a kid.
Well, he's not going anywhere, so I think we can search just the same. And if he's lying, we space him.
I'm not lying. And he just sort of, shoots a glance at Ketch very uncomfortably.
Then we
you
shouldn't
got
have
nothing to
any
worry
trouble finding the Doshko.
I hope
you can come
yeah.
search with me. And as he says that, just to make him more uncomfortable, not intending to make him more uncomfortable, but surely it will make him more uncomfortable. The nanites from Gus's arms will just start flowing over his like shirtless torso and over his body, and he'll have some giant Coke bottle goggles form over his eyes for the broad spectrum scanning kit.
All right. So you all set to scanning. Is Captain Sloan still fast asleep in her quarters?
Yeah. Sloan rolled over and went back to sleep. She figured Catch had it under control.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry
legit.
about it.
All right, so you get to searching, and the we'll say, you know what? I'll roll for how many hours? 6 hours into searching. You all.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20 for a total of 32 with the broad spectrum kit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Perception checks are a thing. So we'll say those perception checks will cut this time down a bit. 3 hours into searching, because if you think about it, this is a process. You have 100 tons of baby's first Doshkos. So we'll say those perception checks let you get lucky enough to find, you do in fact find the Doshko. Let's see who's going to find it though, because the perception check was to make this go faster. But
sadly, Auntie Nuna still doesn't have her glasses. She rolled a 3. I'm so bitter.
I keep rolling the wrong dice because this isn't gonna. All right, but and perhaps appropriately, Auntie Nuna, you are in fact the one to find this baby's first Doshko prototype. Go ahead and make me a reflex save, Auntie Nuna, as part of the testing process has been to sort of do the flick to get these things to come out.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Why?
Having bad luck.
She rolled that one again.
You're cursed today, Liz.
Yeah, with a natural 1 on the reflex for a total of 7. That's a respectable reflex save, honestly, for a natural 1. But Auntie Nuna, you are going to take a 4 points of fire damage as you accidentally, not expecting it. Maybe you're still a little you're a little sleepy, and all of a sudden you just get sloppy and just. Oh my god! And yes, in fact, you have found the prototype and taken 4 points of fire damage for your troubles. And Ranj will...
goes to the kitchen, starts making coffee. Completely unaware.
Yeah, it's probably...
Catch hasn't messaged, so I wonder if he's dead.
It's catch that about like hour 3 was like, oh shit, that's right.
and Tom, at this point, quick question: have we done the upgrades to the ship already?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have.
Oh, we have
medical bay.
Yes.
Nice.
Marvelous.
At some point, I'm going to need Ketch to do surgery on me, unless Gus can perform surgery on himself.
I think we decided no last time this came up, but Ketch would be happy to perform some impromptu surgery. Always up for a little back alley surgery.
We are still in the middle of this scene, though.
I know. No, I'm just saying down the line. That'll be a later.
Okay. So Ranj will rush over and say, "Oh, careful! Yeah, that's it. That's the one. See, I told you I wasn't lying." And he looks frantically at Ketch.
Ketch just kind of nods at him. He's like, all right.
Ketch gets a message on his comm unit. Are you dead? Question mark.
Gus, go ahead.
Ketch will just kind of like laughingly put the Doshko in this guy's hands, and then pull out his comm unit and take a picture of him shaking in his boots and send it to Sloan.
He gives a shaky thumbs up.
It's like, we're all good here.
Who's that? Question mark. There's more coffee.
And I figure Ketch can call her up and be like, I guess we're real big timers now. We got our first stowaway.
Oh, a
I'm
stowaway.
gonna put his picture up on the bulkhead.
All right. Dangerous?
Decidedly not.
All right.
Gus's big metal hand comes down on the guy's shoulder, probably scaring the crap out of him, and he's like, and he leans in real close and he's like, let's get you some breakfast. And he takes him to the galley and starts cooking him food.
Oh my lord. This person is traumatized.
Good. That's what they get for, being a stowaway on our ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
While we're eating it
today.
Goodness. While we're eating a perfect breakfast, apparently, Ketch is going to try and shake him down for some credits. Just like, we usually charge people to transport them from place to place. We can't just be letting you ride for free, my friend.
Well,
There is usually a
That's
passenger
a 22
fee
to bluff him out of some of his credits.
for an automatic assist.
mhm.
I love it.
I will say that I wasn't trying to get to wherever you're going, gas car 3. That's actually really far away. But you're probably right. I probably owe you some credits. So
I think
thanks.
it's all right. We won't charge you for the trip to Gasker 3. We'll just charge him for the trip home. Or
No,
to
he got to
somewhere
find his own way
else.
home.
Okay.
We're not
We'll
going
just
out of the
charge him for somewhere else.
So Ketch, I'm going to put the ball in your court. How much do you think that Ketch is going to try and shake this guy down for? Because I have I have a
gosh.
reasonable number in mind, but
Okay. Well, roughly how much would we have charged to transport someone legally?
100 credits? I think it was like 50 when we went to.
So Ketch will
Oh,
try and
little
shake him
boy.
down for 200 then,
okay.
because
Um,
extortion.
Make me no, that bluff check. And this guy is nervous, happy to not be in space, and happy to have found completed his personal quest, his life goal. And so he'll say, okay, all right, yeah, I can pay that. Thank you. And he will wire you, Ketch, since you're clearly the boss here, 200 credits.
Still hasn't met Sloan yet. Got it.
Yeah.
No, I think Sloan was in the room, but I also don't know if, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, I don't know that Sloan has really been making herself a big part of this.
Sloan's drinking coffee.
Sloan's busy drinking coffee, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Too early in the morning for this fleam.
Mhm.
Delegate. Delegate.
Yeah, she's
Catch will-
delegating.
Yeah. I have added this to the party loop because I don't feel like
Yeah.
taking all of that for myself.
Okay,
But it is noted.
excellent. So,
Yay! I succeeded in being a bad person.
Good work, buddy.
okay.
Oh,
So-
it's your responsibility now, Ketch. Make sure he has a room.
And
Sloan
Ketch will take him
stretches
down
and
to
goes
that-
up to the bridge.
Oh my gosh. Ketch will take him down to the spare room that's still like probably in great disarray from the Defrex destruction and just be like, here you are.
You're telling me you didn't fix up that room after the Defrex stampede?
I feel like
did.
Gus
We
would
got
have
the
if
whole ship
anyone would
fixed.
have.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
It
if it's
went
up to
into dry
Ketch,
dock
no.
to
It's
get the
not safe if
upgrades.
it's in disarray. Imagine if we got
Fair
just
enough.
jolted in space. Gus would be on top of that.
All right.
Fine. If you'll indulge me though, it smells slightly of Defrex.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
it still smells like Defrex pups in there.
There we go.
And
Gus finds the scent comforting. He didn't clear it away.
I'm sure.
so, yes, so Ranj will very much keep to himself throughout the ship. He'll come out for meals and be very, very meek, very apologetic every time. Doesn't really make eye contact with Ketch if he can help it.
Catch does his best to mess with him, but he's slowly catching on that this guy's harmless.
Mhm.
Auntie Nuna makes him tea and talks about his family with him.
Oh,
She's making sure that if she needs it, she has blackmail.
Oh, it's perfect.
he does
Or
not.
just sort of
Bad cop.
keeps giving him looks like, "Fuck you doing on my ship? The pronk are you doing on my ship?
While Noon
Going
is
about her
distracting-
business."
While Noon is distracting the stowaway, Gus will go up to Catch and just grab his sleeve like a little kid and just tug on it. Be like, "Can you do surgery on me now?
Oh, what? What?
I need
You
some
okay, bud?
surgery. I need to be tougher, and I bought these implants."
Pulls out a box and it's implants. Just
Yeah, it's these little cybernetic implants that are designed to be attached to various internal organs to toughen them up. It's a personal augmentation to boost my constitution. Plus, I have another one that needs to go in my throat and in my brain.
hey, if you want me rummaging around under the hood, I suppose, but
You're nothing but an excellent mechanic.
and he'll kind of puff up with pride when you say that, and he'd be like, "You know what? Yeah, let's go do this." Flattery
Okay.
will get you far with Catch.
All right. So, as I understand, there's no real check involved in installing these. I
Yeah.
think it's just a time commitment. So,
They're 2 level 2 implants, so I think it's 4 hours total? Isn't it an hour per level or?
it is an hour per level. Yep. So, 4 hours in and out, bish bash bosh. In that fancy new medical facility that you installed, right? You ripped out the arcane lab, and
That arcane lab.
since none of you really do the whole arcane thing. Marayoth dabbles in mysticism, but no spellcasters on this team, and I am very excited for all the problems that's going to create down the line.
Great.
Yeah, it is.
No invisible opponents.
Yeah. We have a mechanic for that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
And while Gus is recovering from the surgery, because I feel like there's still a little bit of recovery time, even if pretty much nothing, because Starfinder, he would calm Marayoth because he wants him to come and hang out with him a little bit.
Aw.
Oh, but there's a new person to meet. I bet he has a very he has a very interesting backstory that Tom has fully developed.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That may be
I mean-
true, but I need some company. Catch did the surgery and that was wonderful, but then he went back to the engine room.
Oh, how did the surgery go?
It went pretty well. Had a couple realizations, and I wanted to tell you something important. And you don't have to feel the same, but I want to tell you, of all of my new best friends, you are my best friend. And you can hear the bold text when he says that. And when he says that, some of the little bits of implant that are showing on his skull and on his throat start to glow with that reddish orange hue that his nanites do. And little firefly motes sort of start drifting off of him, and they start joining into your bugs.
Oh, these are very interesting robots.
Uh,
Well, we are very flattered, Gus. We have worked with many crews, and many of them have been uncomfortable with us, and the best of them have been friendly with us. We are honored by this distinction.
You're super cool and nice, and Gus. And the one distinct thing now is you're hearing Gus's voice in your head. Your heads.
Our heads, yes, on loudspeakers.
Yeah, little loudspeakers.
We will.
Is that what the nanites are just transformed into loudspeakers?
I was picturing that maybe some of Gus's nanites, the individuals, sort of floated off and sort of integrated with some of the bugs. So now you have a communications.
Some of the bugs are nanocytes now. It's okay.
Yeah.
And it's like a red phone, like a direct line between Gus's brain and Marayoth's control center.
Yeah.
The president of Marayoth has a red
Yes.
phone.
The Oval Office, yes. We will have to hold a emergency election to determine whether you are our best friend. We will keep you
makes
updated.
sense. Like I
Oh
said,
my god, I love it.
you don't have to feel the same. I just wanted you to know.
Yes, we are aware of this.
That is lovely.
We will continue to keep you company as you recover from this difficult surgery.
Aw. Even though there are more interesting
Thank you.
people.
I think that shows polls are trending towards Gus being best friend. Excellent.
There's newspapers being held up on the street and little newsies selling them. Just hurry to the polls, everyone, vote.
Get your papes. All right. So, yeah, you don't have too much longer through the drift. It was only a 2-day trip to begin with. So, not much longer after that. You all arrive on Gascar 3. You land in the city of Gascari. The city was built around a colony ship filled with people leaving the Vescarium. It is sort of local knowledge. Its denizens constructed a temple of Waden in the ship's forward sections, followed by a thriving metropolis around it once the vessel settled at the western foothills of the Summer's Mercy Mountains. It is easy enough to find a space taxi to get to Sonic Future, the store of this, I lost the name. Jask. This Jask Beskask. There we go. So, yes. But first, of course, you need to offload this cargo, don't you?
Yes,
So,
and if there's a prominent temple of Waden, we should stop. Pay our respects.
yeah.
Bribe the gods.
What did Way Down ever do for us?
Hey, Waden has blessed my travels thus far. Don't you knock my faith.
Hokey religions are nothing for a good blaster at your side.
Oh, what if you have both, though?
Looks at the actual Jedi like, oh, wait.
All right. So, you can absolutely make a stop at that Temple of Waden. For now,
As a Jedi. Sorry.
oh no, that's fine. Want to take that find a buyer action?
Yeah.
All right. So you spend a day making some inroads with local merchants. Ooh,
Beautiful.
total of
That's it.
30.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't mean to steal your thunder. Yes, a total of 30 on that check, and that is a really good result because the finder buyer activity is 15 plus 1.5 times your level. So this is a DC 21. Missed it by that much to exceed it by 10, but you did exceed it by 5. So you are we're going to add this into the total by build points per lot. So you are in a near space world. The base sell price modifier is no change. Nick, why don't you roll me a D8?
Sure. Oh, that's a 1.
That's a bummer. So that means that you will get 1 build point per lot. You will now increase that to 2 build points per lot because of your roll. Now you could. I don't know if this is something you want to do, but I will allow rerolls on stream rerolls on this die as well.
We do have one. Do we want to use it?
What BP will it buy?
We can only go up from there. We can double.
Well, not technically. You could roll a 1 again.
Could roll a 1 again.
I can't go down from there.
Yeah.
We can't go down.
Can't get worse.
I vote yes.
All right, we're going to use Drunk Fat Ninja. Baby's first reroll.
If we're
Appropriate.
going to use it for this, Life is going to use it for an attack roll, so.
4.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or much better result because
So our base price is 4. And
base
then
price is 4. You increase it by 1 for exceeding the DC by 5 for a total of 10 build points. And you managed to find this is all worked out with a Sarcesian. Sarkeesian? Sarkeesian?
I always said Sarkessian.
Yeah,
One of these people. Yes, with they're a mechanically large creature. They're very spindly. Their little wings wouldn't be out because those only kick off in 0G, but you find them at a local kids' toy store, and they are very excited because these are like the new hotness. These baby's first Doshko, and so
Tickle me Elmo of this year.
yes, exactly. All the baby Vesks. All the hatchlings want their own baby's first Doshko. So,
So cute. And
yeah.
That a little chubby lizard baby holding the Dashko. Oh, that is adorable.
So, yes.
I
And
challenge you to honorable combat. No, I challenge you. Ah!
Honor! Yes.
For the more Pash!
Oh my God.
Victory or death.
Oh, they're so cute.
So yes, all of those things happen just right outside the store as you all sign this deal with the Sarkeesian, who says, "A pleasure doing business with you. We will feel free to bring by more of these anytime." And that is another satisfied buyer. Please
Yes.
mark these 10 build points on your sheet. Now,
Alright.
for Ranj, you all just he is happy to go his separate ways. He'll just have to get a taxi back to, I say taxi, he'll have to get transport back to Vesk 3. But,
Uber.
Yeah.
Well, that's not my problem.
Yeah, I would offer him a ride back for a fee, but I don't think he wants to ride with Catch.
I bet he does not.
Well, thank you for not killing me. I'll be going now.
I missed out on the perfect opportunity. Every day that was left in the drift that we were there it was every night it was good night, sleep well, may kill you in the morning.
Yeah.
Gus sends him away with like a packed lunch.
Oh, thank you. The dumplings are just, they're wonderful, just like on home. And then he, wanders away. Goodbye.
As he's walking away, just, you think we'll ever see him again?
Now we
Calling
need
it
to.
now. End of book 6, Big Bad.
Ranj.
Every time we get a stowaway, it needs to be Ranj now.
It's just Ranj every single time.
Oh, you guys again?
Just, oh man.
I lost my job at such and such. Now I'm working here, and then this happened.
You guys retrofitted the ship so I didn't
my Lord.
recognize it.
Oh my God. Don't tempt me.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Yeah,
So good. Now, you all have offloaded your cargo and found a buyer, and we are set to continue on the job that you were assigned by Directive 9.
To
So-
the music shop.
Go
Yeah.
into the music shop.
Google his music shop first, maybe.
I would
Yeah,
also
it is.
Google the evil pirate to figure out what their real story is.
I don't
yeah,
think
and
you're a
just
pirate,
And that
with it.
incident.
but
Okay, so this roll is for finding the music shop.
Okay.
That's a 17 plus 6.
So
And
23.
yeah, and then this one will be to look up the incident for a different story than what we were getting from the best guy.
Sure.
That's a 12 plus 4, so 16.
Okay. So, music shop first, then conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
So, and total falsifications of what actually happened, obviously. So the music shop is called Sonic Future, as Captain Fireheart told you. You find not a huge online presence. They seem to be dealing in sort of retro music playing devices, as well as the new
I used to play a mean sax back in my day.
You must show us.
I think. No. Yeah. You don't actually get a ton on this music shop. Nothing out of the ordinary anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah. Come in for music lessons now, yada yada yada. That kind of thing. And then the incident of Barandamana, you find plenty of official data still on Barandamana matching the stuff that you found in the Vescarium. You do find some conspiracy theories on sort of the dark infosphere, if you will, of this is what really happened. The reptoids were involved, and it was a weapons test by the reptoids to incite violence in the Vescarium, et cetera, et cetera. Or, it was actually, it was actually the Greys, and they were weapons testing and stuff like that.
So nothing useful.
Nothing.
We all know that Greys and reptoids don't exist, so
I mean,
those
of course
are possible.
No, that would be impossible. Nor do brain fungus mycelium also exist. None of that.
Who said anything about brain mycelium?
No one did.
Oh, did no one mention it?
No one did. That doesn't exist.
Right?
Okay. Oh, we've lost a Leif. Now, so you head to Sonic Future, I presume?
Yeah.
All right. Upon entering the small shop named Sonic Future, you see neat shelves stocked with high-tech musical instruments and various devices for playing outdated music recording formats. Before I forget, let's move you to... I have a nice little map.
Oh,
Ominous.
yeah, no. Why would we? Why? I mean, that's not ominous at all. They
gotta promise
just want
not
to
to read into it.
visualize.
It's just a nice map. Now,
Yeah.
behind the counter, you see a Formian. Hello, and welcome to Sonic Future. Let me know if I can help you find anything.
Catches
Yeah.
browsing this table here.
Mhm.
I've heard a lot about your shop. Lots of good things. Curious to we were just curious to look around. You been here long?
Oh yes. I've worked here for a few years now. It's always been sort of a pipe dream of mine to have a music shop, so I was very happy to get the property here on Gascar 3.
Oh, that's great. It's always good to see people following their dreams. What did you do before?
Oh, I worked for a dye company. No, it wasn't really. It was more of a job for job's sake as opposed to a job for passion, you know.
Oh, I know.
Anyway, can I help you? Can I help you find anything? Are you looking for any kind of music formats or new Strawberry Machine Cake album just dropped?
Oh, what is it called?
Oh,
Why you do
this one is the Sugar Spice Spice album.
Do you
Perhaps
have any
we'll whisper
blueberry
it said.
flush Danish?
Blueberry flesh Danish. Oh yeah, you know, I think I've heard of them, but I haven't picked up any. Well, tell you what, go check the discount bin over there. And
Gus trundles over
point.
there.
Yeah, they point to like there's a bin over in this this bottom corner here. Yeah.
Need some new music for my Space Zune.
Mhm.
Ketch shakes his head and plays his space iPod.
His space.
Y'all are missing
walk.
out. Blueberry Flesh Danish slaps. It's my brother's band.
Oh.
Impressive that they even have it. Yeah, we're mostly just browsing. honestly. Although, a copy of that new Machine Cake album, Strawberry Machine Cake album would be great.
Oh, of course. Let me get one for you. Pulls it off of the display behind them and hands it to you. That will be 15 credits.
Sure thing. It's a dye company, huh? Anywhere I might have heard of?
Oh, it was a big company on Vesk 3.
3. Wasn't
What?
one of those just like hit up pretty violently recently? I think I heard something about that.
On the news, dear.
Is it? I hadn't heard.
Yeah.
Sense motive.
Where was that, Auntie? Yeah, in a sense, motive, obviously, because we think he knows.
These
Auntie
rolls,
Nina got a
guys, these rolls.
17.
Can't sense any
Yeah.
motive today. Luckily, you are able to determine that they did know about the break-in at Zayada, but they seem to be knowing more than they're letting on. But that's all.
I heard a bunch of people died. So tragic.
What? No, nobody. I mean, I hadn't heard that anybody had died.
Yeah, weren't they saying like 8 civilian workers died?
Yes, they were making a bunch of blue puns in the journalism, as I recall. That's
Tacky.
why it stuck out in my memory.
She taps the side of her head.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a pacifist. Whatever you're trying to imply, I didn't have anything to do with that.
Imply? Oh, I was just making conversation.
You said you don't work there anymore. That's a very...
Don't.
Then why would we think that you had anything to do with it?
Well, I may not be a pacifist, or I may be a pacifist, but they're not. And they point behind you at the door, and the door bursts open. And 2 robots pop in.
Robots?
Yeah, well, they're SROs. The entrance to the room immediately erupts with gunfire as 2 robots wearing dusters, wide-brimmed hats, and bandoliers emerge, guns blazing. One construct bears the inscription of Mark II on her forehead, just below the brim of her hat. The other's forehead reads Mark IV instead. So...
Dusters, you say? So
Dusters, I say. Let's
So
roll
wait.
some
Robots.
initiative.
So mayhaps some
Oh no.
Western music?
Yeah.
Does feel
Yes.
appropriately Western, doesn't it? What have you done, Simon? When you said, oh no.
Just
Oh, it-
before they burst in the doors, I was about to try to pass secret message to Cat. It doesn't matter. I don't know where I want them to go.
No, do the thing. Okay.
I was gonna try and like motion like Catch, like in a position this guy's about to cause trouble.
This seems a little chill. This is like for riding on the range.
Yeah, we need
Ooh.
fighty Western music,
Ooh.
not like riding Western music.
I don't have
Westerns
free
don't
to
usually have
use fighty
music.
Western music.
Yeah,
So
Westerns
if
don't
I
usually have
under-
music during the fighting bits.
I'll
Really?
switch it up here in a second.
So
I just wanted
if I
Western.
understand the partner bond graph correctly, I get to use that 16 that Marayoth rolled.
No, you use the result, not the roll. So you get
Yeah.
21.05.
Which is even better.
Oh, just the
Just move
result,
them next
even
to each
better.
other.
Yeah.
Whoever-
So I will do that thing. I'm just waiting for a Catch. I know that Catch's brain is working on music right now for the show, but I need
Yeah.
a Catch initiative roll,
There it
please.
is for you. It's a 21.03.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Toss
All
my
right.
needle.
So, Gus and
This
Marayoth,
showcase
you can
Catch's
determine who
go
goes
to.
first. So yeah. Wait. Jet, whatever your name is, you had mentioned a dragon graft. Is that what that was for our listening audience?
Yeah, I got the partner bond graft, and it allows me to bond with one specific individual. And in the role playing thus far, despite my very best efforts to befriend Ketch and make him my best friend, Gus and Marayoth seem to have bonded the most. And they've had a lot of fun together, dancing in the club and all that stuff. And I felt like that was Gus's the natural fit to be Gus's best friend.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. One of them newfangled alien racial grafts. Is that what they're called? From Alien Archive 4?
Species graphs.
Species graft, thank you. Species graft. So, yeah. All right, let's get to it. So, Charity, Mark 4. You don't know her name,
Mark 4.
but that's her name. Charity, Mark 4,
Spoilers.
is going to burst into this room and with a feint, will move around here to Auntie Nuna and engage with her with a. No, we'll move around a little bit more to sort of strafes into the room to the east, and is going to take a shot at Auntie Nuna as she runs by. Not
Rude.
mechanic. Very rude. This is Mark 4.
I'm just a helpless old lady.
Oh yes, yes.
Very
You're not fooling anyone, you aren't.
We don't even know her. Why are you shooting that harmless old lady?
Jeez Louise. That is going to be a 23 versus your flat-footed EAC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Please take 8 points of cold and piercing. I lied, it was KAC, but I have a feeling that 23 is
doesn't matter.
regardless.
Yeah.
So 8 points of cold and piercing damage as this robot tucks and weaves past you and then shoots you. Gus, Barrett Sinclair.
Marayoth, would you like to go first since you actually rolled this initiative?
Yeah, so Marayoth will use the new telepathic bond to say, Gus, behind you by the door. And then whirl around in place and see one of these, what like race are they? I think I missed that.
SRO.
SROs, yeah.
Synthetic Robotic
Robot
Orbit.
Cowboys, classic. I
Yeah.
love it. We'll try to... Oh yes, I'll activate this new ability of mine. Graviton Reinforcement as a move action. And check several boxes. And then try to grab the gun out of the hands of this cowboy. Cowboys without guns are worthless.
Until they pull a tomahawk and throw it at you.
Surely he doesn't have multiple guns. That's 19 versus KAC.
Ooh, I have a feeling that's bad news. Yeah, yeah, that beats their KAC by a bit. Okay, so you take their gun.
Yes, a tendril of purple energy whips out, wraps around the gun, and yanks it through the air, and it gets subsumed by a swarm of bugs.
So rude. All right, that is your turn.
Yep.
Now we're on to Gus. Oh, and the robot reacts appropriately to this by going, "What the hell?
That doesn't sound like a robot cowboy voice.
You don't know.
Howdy,
Robot cowboys
partner.
sound like anything."
Robot cowboys have no obligation to sound any specific way to you.
Not all robots sound like this, Simon.
All right.
Just my Warforged in my D&D game that I play in.
Gus will run forward, and as is tradition, he's gonna run forward and make an attack with his horns. He's gonna lower his head and just barrel right into the red SRO's body, hopefully distracting them from Nuna. Uh, 26 to hit for 11 piercing damage.
Woof. All right. 11 piercing damage. This one similarly sort of grunts in surprise. Was not fast enough on the draw, it turns out, to beat you. But, all right. They seem sufficiently distracted. Ketch, you are up.
All right. Ketch vaults over the table here, and as he does, he draws his weapon. Just mechanically to look cool. He's actually going to like run around the table, so I don't have to roll an athletics check. but yeah, he draws his weapon and stabilizes it. Those are his actions. I suppose since it is technically a new weapon, he does the like super cool cinematic like slow motion as he draws it. You guys can see he spends a swift action to transform the gun into its first form. I don't want to give it away just yet, but it's like Transformer style, like everything just kind of moving parts just kind of fold around, and it turns into a really cool looking gun.
Heck yeah.
Is it like the service weapon in Control?
I have not played yet,
around?
so I don't know.
But this is that maze core that you picked up last week, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Right.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Auntie Nuna.
Auntie Nuna will take a guarded step backwards and say, "You get him, Gus."
And get him on the red one there.
I'ma get him. I'm a good boy.
But not before Mark II gets to go. And Mark II is also going to take a guarded step back from Gus. Because nobody wants to be near Gus when Gus is stabbing.
Nobody likes Gus.
Not like
slander.
He smells funny.
So, Charity Mark II is going to fire. First they draw a rifle. Not just any rifle, a Red Star Nova rifle, which charges up as they level it, and then it fires through Auntie Nuna, and either hitting Ketch or Sloan. I don't think I can get both of you, but this is a 30-foot line on this Red Star Nova rifle.
I was actually going to request the AOE prints be added into this. I don't see them anywhere.
Yeah, we'll need to get on that. I will be responsible for this, but for now, I think it is reasonable. Yeah.
I was just going to say, because I'm pretty positive, and that would, the way that lines work, hit Nuna and myself.
Okay.
But I don't remember where it jumps over and such.
So like in this shape, I think it's 1, 2, 3 squares, then over one, and then
you
3 squares from that. Yeah.
You may be right. I don't have my book to confirm or deny that.
Yeah, I know there is a 3-3 one.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Could also
gonna go
just
with
put
this.
it here and hit these two.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with this, and because I know there is a line that breaks like that, and I'm gonna hit 2 of you. And honestly, hitting Ketch is probably not in this robot's best interest anyway, with a fire and electricity weapon. But
is that what it is?
It sure is, because it's a plasma rifle. So they fire the rifle, and let's see. I'm going to compare this against each of your EACs. That is a 22 versus EAC, so that will hit both of you.
Yep. Definitely
it is 5 points of electricity and fire.
Well, the line stops at Ketch as he absorbs the damage.
Indeed. Like a pleb. Like a rude tiefling.
Like a demon.
So, like a demon,
My
yes.
adopted grandma.
And we are on to Sloan Rider.
All right. Let's do something to intimidate this guy behind the counter, I suppose. Oh, look, I can hit from all the way back here. Pull my shiny new pistol, and I'll take a shot at red. The trick attack.
What is the guy behind the counter doing during all this anyways? Just like hiding?
Cowering.
Cowering. Shiny new scorch gun. Oh, that's a trick. But I don't think 8 is going to hit flat-footed EAC anyway.
Yeah, sad.
On Charity Mark, the one to the south, Mark II?
Yeah.
Okay. Very close. But not enough.
Not quite.
No.
It's too bad.
I think at this point legally obligated to inform you that it would be a +1 close. But I don't think you have any +1s right now.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
Our queue is empty.
Well, we'll
Dang.
move on.
Just
Charity
remember,
Mark 4.
audience, you can provide us bonuses so that when we miss, we don't miss.
Uh-huh.
It is a great boon. So Mark 4 here in the corner is going to take a shot. This time, nope, no, they're not. They were disarmed. So instead, they are going to take the. I didn't describe them as having the sword out, but they have. No. They have their sword out.
They have a sword.
They also have a
That's
dueling
not very
sword.
cowboy-y.
Well, this is Starfinder.
Yeah.
So the SRO takes the sword. They had a sword and pistol thing going. And is going to come up and stab at Morayoth and say, "Give me my pistol back!" And
We respectfully decline your request.
tactical sword cane. Attack.
Don't give in to their outrageous demands, Marioth.
That is a 20 versus your flat-footed KAC.
That is a hit.
Please take 7 points of damage, piercing. And
Very good, very good.
it is now your turn to respond.
We will do the opposite of giving you your weapon back. Take a step back and take their other weapon. Maybe. That's the wrong button. That's the right button. 18 versus KAC.
We
They don't have a sword anymore
an
now
alternative.
because you, flavor-wise, Morayoth doesn't really use hands to hold their solar weapon. However, they need to have one hand mechanically to hold the solar weapon. You have the pistol, so this sword is going to drop at your feet.
Okay.
As I understand it, that's
That
the
makes sense to
normal.
me.
I think that's the normal disarm rules. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. Cool. So I'll go back and review that. It might have to drop at their feet if you don't have a free hand, but neither here
so
nor there.
disarm, yeah, disarm is usually melee, so the range thing kind of.
It really does throw a lot of things off.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's cool. Rule of cool, man. Gus Barrett Sinclair.
All right, I'm done messing around. I'm gonna step forward, and as part of that step, my massive drill is going to grow out of my arm in just a mass of nanites, and I'm going to try and just shove it into the torso of this red SRO. Are they still get-emmed?
They are
Yeah.
get 'em.
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to be sure, because I have that active. 17 versus KAC. Why did it click the seismic pick? It's the same to hit, but the damage would be different.
Give me a damage roll then.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll, but yeah, so 12
Yeah, that's fine.
piercing damage.
12 piercing damage, which shreds through this SRO. They let out a small of surprise before they are just ripped apart by your drill. And
Oh my.
are
Stop
dead.
hurting
Goodness.
my friends.
Yeah, that drill is no joke. It's not a clean weapon. It's not a clean kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gosh.
Relatively bloodless seismic pick to the drill.
Yeah, that's rough. A lot of memories in those drills, though. And Catch, we are on to you.
All right. Is this counter providing cover for this guy here?
I'll say it gives them a partial cover, which is using my handy dandy.
Oh, don't even worry about it. I was only asking because I needed to worry about my action economy. I will use my move action to negate that cover by aiming down the sights
Excellent.
with the manual sights, and take a shot without increasing the damage at all. Again,
You'll get
hitting
there,
is
buddy.
more important. Hitting is more important. Oh
Hitting
man,
is
that's a
way more
24 to hit though for 12
Yeah, that's-
sonic damage. Catch goes to
Well-
fire his new gun, and you guys expect to see lasers, but instead you just hear a boom, and like this guy starts vibrating violently.
Oof. And
Someone
nearly
dropped the base.
Mhm.
Catch, I
In
think you
Sonic
broke your
Future.
gun. The lasers stopped coming out.
Catch just plays along. He's like, "Oh darn, you're right. Oh, the dang thing's broken." Here's my PvP bluff for the day.
Oh, very convincing.
Yeah, you all
yeah.
think that Ketch's gun is broken.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, what is that gun, Leif?
No, I don't.
That. Oh, Sloan is catching on to Ketch's BS. This gun, Ketch has remade his bad daddy into a diffraction resonator.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay.
A lovely little heavy weapon that
Very cool.
yes, deals sonic damage, has the boost property, and deafens on a crit hit.
Sweet.
Perfect for a battle in a music shop, right?
Indeed, did not plan this,
Yeah.
but I like it.
It's still very thematic.
Who could have known?
Yeah. Okay, so Auntie Nuna is next.
Yes.
She's going to move so that she has line of sight on the SRO and say, "Oh, he's over here, guys." So you get him.
I'm she. Thank you.
Oh, she's over here, guys. Folks.
We can kill them and still respect their pronouns.
Good job correcting yourself, Auntie.
All right. So that was a move and get him.
Mm-hmm.
Charity has +1 to all attacks against her, and it is Sloane's turn.
And Sloan will indeed get him. Yeah.
Ooh.
A 13 versus flat-footed EAC.
Dang, that is going to hit. Not going to need the flat-footed or the get him anymore because this SRO also explodes in a shower of sparks from this microwave scorch gun as the
Good
fire
job,
just sort
Captain.
of burns her from the inside.
Ketch
Turns
looks
the
around the
gun
room.
back to the shop owner. Now, about that attack at the dye company.
Ketch
Okay.
looks around the room and is just kind of like, that kind of felt a little too easy, guys. I'm gonna keep my gun out and
Do I
myself over
need-
here.
Do I need an intimidate?
Yes, I was going to ask you. Please make me an intimidate check.
Ooh, can Auntie Nuna
1, 2,
assist?
3.
It is not necessary, as a 23 is far and above what you needed after just murking these two SROs. All right,
Circumstance
fine.
bonuses.
Yes, I know Agavana. She took me to a hidden base, but she made sure not to tell me where we were going, and I have no idea where it is. Why are you hunting her down anyway? I'm assuming that you told her, told them. Sorry, them. Told them what you were doing here. Maybe you didn't actually.
We did
No,
not
I said
actually.
so about that attack on the dye company.
Yeah.
But he can spill his guts. That's fine.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah. But the last thing he asked was why we wanted to know. And Sloan's answer to that will be, it's none of your business. It's need to know information.
Okay, all right. Well, Agavana's a good person. I don't know what she had in store for those the Ziopedes, but I know she's not evil. I've worked with her. I trust her.
Didn't
You
she
trust?
kill
you
a lot
trust-
of people at one time?
She told me that she didn't do that.
And you believed her.
Yes, after what she is doing now, I saw. She's in again her secret base. It's got to be relatively close by. It's on this. I know it's here because I didn't go in space when they took me to meet her. But she asked me for help. She said she needed my help to take the Ziopedes away from True Blue.
How did
What
she get
did
a hold of
she-
you?
They thumb and point at the two SROs. There were SROs like those that came and found me.
Ketch will go over and
Ketch.
start examining one of the SROs. Yeah.
Figure out where those SROs came from.
You got it. Sweet cheeks.
So Ketch, you can make me a computers or engineering check to sort of reverse engineer either repair or hack into their memory circuitry to sort of figure out where they have been lately.
Looks like Ketch got a 22 engineering to repair the memory circuits.
That was one more than you needed.
Nice.
So
Sweet.
you learn that these units did indeed come from you glean sort of glimpses of their memory and associated with Agavana, Oathbreaker. You see the abandoned temple to Waden named the Liberator's Sanctum.
Oh, the camera
Ketch
showed
will-
that temple before. Oh wait, no, I showed it. Oh, yeah.
Ketch will download this to their comm, to his comm, for future bribery reasons,
Okay.
or just evidence.
Auntie Nuna will look at the shopkeeper.
What did she say happened instead of what? What did she say actually happened with that attack on the civilians?
She told me she was framed, that she wasn't responsible for the attack. But listen, it sounds like you're going to find her anyway. And they nod at Ketch on the ground, kneeling over one of the charities. You're going to find her. You should just ask her yourself. Trust me, she's going to be able to tell it much better than I could.
Very well.
So, are we good here?
As long as we were never here. You tell anyone, we'll be back.
I literally don't know your names.
And I'm taking
Ketch.
these for free. And Gus holds up some blueberry flesh Danish, like USB.
But then they won't get any money for
I
it.
was gonna say you're taking money out of your brother's pants pocket.
Gus doesn't think it through.
No,
Yeah, that's
fine.
Yeah.
Ketch will, once he's done there, go hop over behind the counter and delete the last 5 minutes of security footage from his tapes. And,
All right,
Like the new
and
Strawberry
then
Machine Cake album.
grab the new Strawberry Machine Cake album for himself and not pay for it.
We're liberating this music.
Oh my god.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. That's it. You're doing the Lord's work. Okay.
And then I guess we try
Lord,
to follow.
what's the one that Yusoki's banned to?
Grandmother Rat.
Yes.
She's a bad deity, Leif.
Yes, I know.
We didn't say which god, which god's work we're doing.
Yeah.
Doesn't her name start with like a P or an L or something, and it's like a two-parter hyphenated?
Nope. Lao Shupo.
Lao Shupo, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Yeah,
Grandmother
there it
Rat.
is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a
Two
lot of
Lao
her
Shupo's work.
in heckin' season 2 of SFS. Anyway. Yeah. So, you all start heading for the Liberator's Sanctum. Yes?
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right. As you head to the temple, you could look up some info on the infosphere around, this temple and the island itself that you're on.
Why
do
it
that.
closed.
Yeah.
Auntie Nuna gets a 23.
Okay. So, Gaskar's original peoples built at atop a small coastal island called Yule, named for the Vesk prophet Gaskar Yulalov, who preached against the Veskarium's growing tyranny until his arrest and execution. The only way onto the island is by crossing Renunciant Bridge, named for radical disciples of Yulalov. a massive statue bearing Yulilov's likeness still stands at the eastern side of the span. Storms have ravaged the bridge itself, so it no longer fully stretches from the mainland to the Isle. So as you're approaching the bridge, why doesn't everybody give me a will save?
Oh no.
Will save.
Gosh darn it.
I still only have a +1 to will save.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
It's okay. My fort saves are that way.
Crit fail for 2.
So here,
Catch attacks the party.
all right. So as you're approaching, who is it? Marayoth and Sloan. This makes sense. Marayoth and Sloan, you suddenly notice that the section of bridge ahead of you is actually a trap. Here, let me bring us to a map so we can visualize.
Will, not perception?
It is a
Yeah,
will. Read into
illusion, I
that.
bet.
Read into that how you will.
Illusory.
Will.
It's a magic trap.
So,
Briefly saw a giant token and I'm scared.
oh, I see. That's unfortunate. Anyway, so this is the bridge you're on. Everybody, please go ahead and place your tokens right around here. Don't go any farther than this square here.
If it makes you feel better, Tom, I just saw the shape of the token, not the image.
Okay, cool. Well, as you can see, that bridge is just perfectly whole, and there's nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
I don't see
No.
Nuna. Do I need to drag her over?
Yes, please.
You do.
Anywhere around here. So as you're going, too far.
I know.
Okay, cool. As you're approaching Marayoth and Sloan, you suddenly notice that the section of bridge ahead of you is a trap, and it's not actually there. It's an illusion. Anyone who fails can be warned by anyone who succeeds, allowing you, because I am a kind and benevolent GM, either a reflex save from the person warning or a reflex save from the person about to fall.
Oh, Marayoth uses the
Wait.
telepathic connection to... Yes, yeah.
Anyone who wants to use my reflex save?
I have a +7, so
All right.
Anybody
Well,
has a better
Auntie
reflex
Nuna
save
back.
than me. Someone please save me.
Yeah, just use Sloane's, I think. Mine's only a 6.
You saw it, Marias. You don't need.
Yeah, but he can
He's
use my
making one.
reflex save.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I'll try to
it'd
pull
be-
Gus back.
/ roll.
21.
Catch him by the back of his shirt.
Okay, so let's see. Auntie Nuna made a reflex. So Sloan, who are you responsible for?
I suppose Gus.
Okay. Marayoth, who are you responsible for?
I guess Auntie Nuna.
Okay. And yes, that is one of those things I should have gotten before we rolled. However, that is fine. Nope, that's all right. So you all managed to stop
Nope.
each other, but I am going to say that y'all are right here on the edge now, with these
Living on the edge.
living on the edge. Yes.
you can't help yourself from falling.
As the bridge disappears in front of you, and
I don't like
you
that.
see
I don't like
this
that.
creature. Just,
I don't like that at all.
you know, sort of anglerfish tongue sticking out of it. It looks like a giant mollusk with an
It's an
anglerfish tongue.
anglerfish clam.
Yes,
With
exactly.
teeth.
Dear listener. With
disarm
lots of-
that.
Yeah. Can't disarm that. And with this creature sort of rearing up out of the water, clearly it was hoping to have an easy lunch today. We are going to go to break. So why don't we say we'll be back at 10 after?
Can we say 12 after, just for my sake?
Yeah, you know what? 15 after.
I appreciate you guys. You have no idea. I am
course.
going to go make myself some coffee. Holy crap.
Yeah, that sounds like a great
Right.
idea. So we'll be back at 15 after the hour. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. I'm the one who says welcome back because I'm the GM. I'm Tom.
That's true.
Anyway, we were just about to get swallowed by a giant mollusk. Hopefully. I mean, a guy can dream. So
Gus might.
Look,
Gus
Tom,
might-
I don't want to kick shame. I just don't need to know that much about you.
Well, listen, season one might have just, awoken something in me, right? When Ninden got swallowed like 15 times.
Oh, I see. So the first time it was an accident, but every time after that it was intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
pretty much.
That's all right. So what you're saying though is this clam has the swallow whole property.
Doesn't every large monster or bigger in Starfinder?
No, it's
That's
Pathfinder 2.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, I will neither confirm nor deny. Sloan Ryder, you are first in the initiative.
Pulls her gun as she moves back a bit. I think Marley can reach me. It steps back. I'll take a shot at it. Carefully analyzing it for weak spots and failing at that, but a 26 versus EAC for 8 fire damage.
I have to apologize. I did not properly set this scene. This bridge is 15 feet up from the water.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so this
well, then I
thing...
suppose I have to step over here. Closer to the edge so I can see it,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So with that, a 26 will hit as
Woo!
this creature rears up, its mouth just gaping open with the big sort of tendril, its tongue with a large glowing orb on it. Is this... What type of weapon is this? Is this a fire weapon or a laser weapon?
Fire.
Fire. Okay. Good to know.
Flame
That
weapon.
is 8 points of fire damage to the Hollow
Sweet.
Fang. And I invite anybody on their turn to make that life science check on these things. But Sloan is an operative. Operatives don't get life science as a class skill. I didn't think it was relevant. So we are going to move on to the Hollow Fang's turn, where the Hollow Fang is going to take a bite at... let's see. It's got 2 good targets from where it's sitting right now, because it's sitting sort of at the top, on top of the water, 15 feet. It's a large creature. It's got a 10-foot reach with that tongue. So
Don't
it is going to...
me. I'm all tough and sinewy.
It's going to lash out with its tongue at Gus. So
Yes, my nemesis.
So Gus, it
Lots of lean muscle there. But well,
slaps out with its tongue at you, and the tongue tries to grasp you. That is a 25 versus your KAC.
That will hit, and it will exceed it by 10 if that matters to you.
It is by 13 that I'm looking for after 4, so it's because the grab special property does not it does not reduce the pin DC. It just reduces the grapple AC. So you
Thank
are,
goodness.
yeah, you are grappled as per the condition, and take, lest I forget, 15 points of piercing damage.
Yikes.
So as the it sort of the tongue wraps around you, and the Hollow Fang rears up out of the water and launches onto you, and seems to be clinging to the side of the bridge.
Piercing
And that is
damage,
its
huh?
turn. I'm sorry?
Piercing damage.
Yeah, because this is a bite attack.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Auntie Nuna, we're on to you.
Oh, goodness. Well. All right, everybody. Get him.
And she will move back.
Only one target. The choices around get him are so easy.
Yeah.
And then bravely ran away. Oh,
Hey.
Auntie Nuna.
She's an old lady. Also, can I
not gonna
assume
do
that
it.
we took a 10-minute rest?
Yes. Yep. And all right, that is Nuna's turn. Catch. We are on to you.
You're muted.
So this thing has reach and can reach me from there, is what I'm gathering. If it's hit Gus, that stands to reason.
Yeah, but it's grabbing Gus right now.
Ah!
It is grabbing Gus, yes.
Which means no attacks of opportunity unless it wants to let go of Gus.
Let me double check something because I don't want to mislead you here. It does have another attack.
Well, here, I'll do you this. Here's a life science check for you. That's a 20.
Okay.
Let's do this right. Let's do it by kosherized rules.
All right. We'll do it by the book. So that 20 versus, we'll say, you get one piece of information on this thing. You know that this thing is a Hollow Fang. Would you like special abilities or a special ability of its
Attacks.
Multiple types of attacks, weaknesses?
I guess we'll find out the weaknesses in the rounds to come. So yeah, let's go for attacks.
Okay. So it has two forms of attack: a bite attack, which deals damage and then does have the special property Swallow Whole, or a pseudopod, which it can lash out with as well. The pseudopod is, I guess, reading this monster, the pseudopod is its tentacle, its tongue that sort of waggles out. So it has Gus in its mouth. It could probably still smack you with its pseudopod.
Okay, gotcha. In that case, oh gosh, well, I just don't see where I'm gonna stand if I want to.
That one's gonna provoke, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Enough dilly-dallying. Ketch is going to back up to here. And oh no, this is perfect actually. Ketch backs up to here, and his gun for a swift action. He runs his thumb just down the handle real quick, and it deconstructs back to the handle and then reconstructs, and the barrel looks significantly larger. As Ketch aims and fires at the intersection this thing is occupying and launches a grenade at it.
Oh, snap. It would get an attack opportunity as you move away, though.
Oh,
right?
Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong. I didn't 5-foot shift, and I didn't say anything about anything else. So yeah, no, it does.
Okay, you earned that information. So if you want to 5-foot shift, you can absolutely do that.
I just want to be further away. I will 5-foot shift if you give me that option, though. I will shift back to here and do the firing thing. I need to roll. It's 2d8 for Mark II. Believe. Yep, there it is. It's 2d6. 2d6. So that is 8 damage. It gets a reflex save equal to...
I want to say 13 plus your dex mod because Mark III's or Mark II frags are...
Yes.
Or are those level 4?
They're level... Oh god, I was just looking at it. They're level 4.
Okay,
so
well...
it would be 14 plus 3 is 17.
12 plus 3, it's half item level.
Okay, so 15.
15. Well, the good news is it only made a 13 on its reflex save, so it is going to take...
Full 8 damage.
Yes, 8 damage.
Do you need to roll to hit that intersection, or is the grenade launcher get rid of that?
I mean, I can if you want here, /R.
No, if you roll in that one, you're going to miss.
I just wanted to know if the grenade launcher did a cool thing. That's all.
I mean, you target an intersection.
Yeah. It just, what the grenade launcher does is it lets you not have to pull them each round, and it gives it a farther range.
I effectively have 6 grenades in my hand right now, and I can launch them 60 feet.
Awesome.
Without penalties. Instead of the 20 feet.
Hell of an arm.
Just one per hand. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A mechanical arm.
Grenade launchers are pretty cool. So, with a 12 on the D20, you hit that intersection, no problem. The Hollow Fang, it hits the Hollow Fang, but when the Hollow Fang grabbed Gus and grappled him, its mouth started to close around Gus's, we'll say, his ankle. That seems appropriate since it's below. It's rearing up from depth. and it has closed its gaping maw, its cavernous maw, as per its ability, which gives it some bonuses. That grenade doesn't seem to do much against it.
Catch from back there. Just I can't see anything. Did I hit it?
Sort of.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Go
afraid
ahead.
it wasn't very effective here.
Catch
Marath,
used grenade launcher. It was not very effective.
Marath will launch from the bridge. Fly speed is 20 feet, so since I'm going up, that's 10 feet. So I'll put a 2 here, over to here. And I guess hoping that that's out of its reach, I don't know how much reach it has, take a shot at it.
You are out of its reach.
Yay. 21 against the AC
That-
for 7 damage.
That will be a hit for 7 damage. Excellent. Cold and electric. Oh, wait. Cold and electric, you say?
I do say.
I say, well,
Say,
a piece of that damage gets through.
hmm.
Yeah, sorry, Marath.
A lone tear drips down the eye of each of the 60,000 constituents, so 60,000 lone tears.
Just
Good lord.
Oh,
a small
no.
puddle coalesces around Marath. Gus, Barrett Sinclair, we are on to you.
Well,
We're on
I'm
to you.
grabbed, so I can't do the thing that I was gonna do, unfortunately. And I can't use my drill because I'm grappled, and it takes 2 hands. So I guess I'm just gonna gore this tongue thing, because that's about all I can do, because I just live in grapple now.
I should clarify, it doesn't have you grappled with its tongue, it has you grappled with its teeth. The tongue was flavor sort of reaching up, but
Okay.
yeah.
The teeth, the tongue.
Well, I'm gonna just try
Yeah.
and
We know
Try-
tongue is for flavor.
I'm gonna try and pry it apart and just sort of like jam my horns into its gums.
Okay.
Flossing.
You don't find
aggressively.
great purchase there. Ooh!
24 to hit for 10 piercing damage.
24 will hit. You get a good hit, but your horns glance off of this, the hard exterior of this hollow fang, seeming to do
All right,
no
everybody,
damage.
it's immortal, and I'm probably
Oh,
gonna
no.
die.
Oh gosh.
Okay. That is Gus's turn. Sloan.
Oh, goodness gracious. I suppose I'm gonna provoke. Well, here goes nothing. I'm gonna shoot it
Could you melee it?
back.
Like it has a tongue out you could hack at.
I don't think I can reach it. Gus can because he's grabbed. But it's 15 feet below me. Technically. Is it CR1? I doubt it.
No.
That's a 15 versus EAC in that case.
15 versus EAC is going to be a miss, and it is going to slap at you with its pseudopod.
Rude.
Slap, slap. That is a 30 versus your KAC.
Yeah.
I have this weird knack of rolling 19s on my attacks. I roll very well, it turns out, when I'm the GM. So please take 13 bludgeoning damage.
It's a very common property for people to have. Just
Yeah,
your dice
especially
are
when
10
they're-
higher.
Yeah. So 13 points of piercing to Sloan, and it is this thing's turn. I think I have to... Yeah. Okay. So, here's what happens next. Turn 2 on the Swallow Whole ability.
Uh-oh.
If the target
Trouble now.
has not escaped at the beginning of turn 2, after I have grappled you, the target takes the weapon's damage at the start of turn. So let me roll another weapon attack. You automatically take this damage, Gus.
Better him than me.
No, it's not a full attack. That would be rude. That's another 19 on the die. Take 14 points of piercing damage, Gus. And The creature can make an attempt to maintain the grapple or pin. If the roll meets or exceeds KAC, the target is grappled and pinned. Grappled or pinned, rather. Maintaining whatever condition. And if we exceed KAC +4, the target is swallowed. So, this creature, this hollow skin, makes an attack at you.
I'm going to defensive dispersal just to mitigate some of that damage.
Okay. Gus, does a 21 beat your KAC +4?
It does.
Okay. Gus, you are no more damage this turn. That's the good news. Bad news is you are swallowed and dragged into this thing's gaping, cavernous maw. And you all see Gus go over the side, and the creature snaps its mouth shut. And that is going to be its turn.
Well,
As Gus disappears, in Marayoth's consciousness, he hears, "You'll always be my best friend!"
Oh dear.
By the by, I do think I owe you all some damage on this creature because I made an attack of opportunity and I've been describing it this way. So when its mouth, peek behind the scenes, when its mouth is shut completely, it gains DR, a certain amount of DR. However, it didn't have its mouth shut completely according to my descriptions, and so we're gonna give you all some damage here because I think that is the right thing to do.
oh, good.
So it has taken some damage from you all, and now Mystery Legos, he's a good morsel. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, the Hollow Fang crawls down into the water to end its turn, and Auntie Nuna, it is your turn.
Well, that's inconvenient.
Auntie Nuna will kind of look over the edge and shout, "Gus, can you hear me?"
That's a great question.
This is going horribly.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
No.
Well,
I suppose. She looks helplessly to the rest of the group. Get him?
We are trying.
Okay. That is Nuna's turn. The get him is maintained. Catch.
Oh boy. Could I tell how much damage this thing had taken?
Not much.
Not much.
Yeah, not a terrible amount. I mean, it has taken a significant amount of damage since you all have started fighting it. But beyond that, I think.
Okay. Okay. I can do this. Catch looks at his gun and looks over the edge, and I don't see this thing. It's going beneath the waves.
It's on the surface of the water now. It was sort of like half in the water and half like crawling up the broken bridge supports.
Okay. Does it look like it's retreating further into the water, maybe on its turn?
It looks like it might start swimming away now that it's got a meal.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, yeah. So Catch just takes his gun, slings it onto his back, draws a weapon as he's running. He runs and jumps into the water.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Just a full dive into the water. And as he does, he's pulling his switchblade.
Oh Jesus!
Oh dear. Usually
Okay.
Catch fights from a distance. We didn't even know he had a knife.
Oh god, he's got a knife!
Whoever goes after it.
I mean, of course I have a switchblade.
What have you got there, Catch?
A knife!
No!
Yes. Old classic. God, is that a vine?
It might be.
Old favorite vine.
I think it might be, yeah.
Non-standard actions crew. Okay. So Ketch has
All right,
pulled.
so I don't
a
know what's going on
switchblade.
here, so I'm just going to do this. 13 on the die.
Okay, plus
which
your
would add
bab,
up
which is
2 plus bab
through
plus
this
dex
level.
because it's an operative weapon.
yeah.
So yeah, 3 plus 3. So that's a 21.
3 plus 3
19.
plus 13
There
is
we
19.
go.
Yeah. Yeah, you got there. Okay. Roll me the stabby damage on that
One-
switchblade.
1d4 plus half my level plus 2. Because I don't have a strength mod. Why am I doing this, guys? This was a horrible idea. Max
I don't know
damage.
why-
It was a horrible idea. You're 100% wrong, right about that.
Makes great TV though. Max
great TV.
damage of 6 piercing damage or slashing. Doesn't matter which one it is because it definitely glances off the hard exterior of this giant mollusk thing. Seems to have no effect. I regret to inform you.
Balls.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe energy
Do I get to make another
damage
life
will
science check
save
if I
the
wanted
day.
to, or
I might
You have already
a rule
recalled.
of cool thing to do on
okay?
my turn.
So only one recall. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I
yeah.
wanted
You've
to
only
know.
recalled. Yeah. Yep.
All right. And he's just like, "Don't worry, Gus, I'll save you."
Marath will do a life
Oh.
science
Ends-
with
ends my
their
turn.
1 rank.
Nat 20. Beautiful. Hey.
Such poetry. Oh,
You
we read
actually
about
know.
this one actually.
All right.
Resistances or weaknesses?
Okay, so I will give you. Tell you what, since you got that nat 20 and you exceeded the DC by a certain number, you will get 3 pieces of information total.
Ooh.
So, resistances.
Weaknesses.
has
oh, yeah.
Cold 10, and it's technically a resistance. It's part of another ability, but I'm going to give it to you because y'all are hurting right now. It's hardened carapace. When its maw is closed, it gains DR 10.
Rude.
This DR
Very defensive.
also applies against attacks made by creatures the Hollow Fang has swallowed who attempt to cut their way out.
Oh goodness.
Rude.
Yeah,
Extra
yeah.
rude, yeah.
On the
Yeah, it
other
doesn't
hand,
really-
At least...
Use energy weapons.
Oh no.
Okay, next piece of information, Simon.
Weaknesses?
It has a photosensitive eye. The eye on the end
Oh, it
of
does.
its tongue. When a creature scores a hit with a laser weapon on the Holofang while the Holofang's maw is open, the attack is a critical hit automatically, and the Holofang is both
Damn
blinded
it!
and
Why did I
unable
get
to
rid of my
use.
laser weapon?
And the Holofang is blinded and unable to use its holographic lure ability until the end of its next turn. Not that the second part happens much during combat anyway.
I'm sad
Third
that
piece of
it doesn't make it susceptible to bright light.
Yeah.
Just lasers? Rude.
Just lasers.
Very specific.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the third thing? What other things can I ask for? We already got attacks, resistances, weaknesses,
Special ability?
Yeah.
special abilities. Swallow whole, I bet. That's on there.
I think we know that one.
Yeah.
Are there any others?
Let's see. So you've seen the effects of its holographic lure. You have. Let's see. When a Holofang's maw is shut, its single eye is trapped inside its mouth, granting the creature the blinded condition.
Oh.
Yeah. So this thing can't see right
Flat-footed.
now. It's
All right.
it's flat-footed. It's not going to be able to move very quickly. I'll say even Marath, you, I guess, were very fascinated with, aquatic wildlife at some point or another, which is why you know this just treasure trove of information. You even know that this thing doesn't swim very fast. It's only got a 20-foot swim speed.
All right. Marath will shout this out in a chorus, and then, unable to do more than 1 point of damage per round. Fly out here and then try to dirty trick it?
If you full attack it, you could do 2 points of damage per round.
Full attack while flying, though.
Oh, no, you definitely can't.
Yeah,
no,
I
you're
have
right.
to take a move action to stay in the air.
13 versus KAC.
No, that is going to be a miss. This is a tank.
Womp womp.
Yep.
Turn.
All right, Gus. So before you do things, I will explain what happens when you are swallowed whole. Swallowed whole.
Oh. Drunk
Once
Bad
swallowed.
Ninja gave a nat 20
Ooh, nice.
for Gus.
Oh.
Forget to use those horns.
Once swallowed, the target takes the listed swallow whole damage automatically at the beginning of its turn every round. The target is considered grappled as long as it is swallowed. The target can attempt to cut its way out. The interior of the creature has an EAC and KAC that I know. The KAC is going to be worse than it is normally on the outside, by dealing an amount of damage equal to 1/4 of the swallowing creature's total hit points. Though any attack that does not deal slashing damage deals only half its normal damage. If a target cuts its way out of the creature cannot use swallow whole again until that damage is healed. Alternatively, a target swallowed whole can attempt to climb out. The swallowed creature must succeed at both a grapple check against the creature's internal KAC +8 and an athletics check to climb. Each of these actions takes a full round. If both checks are successful, the target climbs back up to the creature's mouth and can escape, ending up in an open adjacent square to the creature.
Okay, so what's this damage that I'm taking, Tom? 14?
You are going to take. You take the listed damage, which is here. Let me just roll it. 1d6. You are going to take max damage, 15 points of bludgeoning damage this time. As
I'm going to burn another nanite surge to reduce that by 7.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. The creature.
I need to go rolling max damage on that. Come on now.
Yeah, well, I rolled it out in the open. Y'all are seeing. I'm not bullfleeming you right now.
Now, I have a thing that I would like to try to do, and I completely understand if you say no, because it's a little bit rule of cool. Can Gus get any part of his mechanical arm in the slightest bit of a crack in this thing's shell?
Crack in the shell is into the outside of the creature?
Like the mouth, where it...
Oh. I'm going to say no. I apologize.
Because my hand can turn into a magnetic jack that can lift 200 bulk.
That's fantastic.
That would be really, really cool. But I think this thing's got you just vacuum sealed in there.
Yeah. I was going to say, have you ever tried to open a clam before?
They are.
I have not.
Even the small ones are bad.
It seems like if you had
There's
a
reason you
jack
boil
on the
them
inside of the clam, though.
I mean,
on the inside.
I can pull up the description of the jack to see if there's something we can do.
I was going to say, how far does it move? Yeah. That's the important thing to know.
Usually placed under a large or heavy object with move action equal. Lifting the object 1 foot into the air above the bottom plate.
Yeah, so it only moves about 1 foot. And I assume the inside of this thing is larger than 1 foot in diameter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. That's
you
why
can rearrange its internal organs a little bit,
but... so I guess... can I use that natural 20 to get out of there?
So you can use it. This is going to take you 2 full actions to get out. One is a grapple check versus its internal KAC, which is effectively its normal KAC +4, because it takes a -4 penalty to its KAC on the inside, but then it's KAC +8 for a grapple check. Then you would need an athletics check to climb, DC 10 + 1.5 times the creature's CR.
So could I use the natural 20 to succeed on the grapple and then do an athletics check to try and climb out the following turn?
You absolutely could.
I would like to do that because I think it's the only
but DFN
time.
demanded that you use it with your horns to it, right?
Drunk Bad Ninja did want you to use the horns.
All right, I'll
What's the
use
request?
the horns.
I will. Okay. Well.
And with the crit,
to me.
well, yeah, you can.
This thing has DR 10, even on the inside.
It's DR 10, and I'm doing piercing damage, which is automatically halved.
Yeah. A crit is probably not going to get you there.
No, Ninja says I can do as I please.
Yes.
Please let me natural 20 my way out of this grapple.
Yeah, so...
Though. Okay.
but he's much better
I
at
was gonna say,
athletics, and this gets him over the hump.
Yeah.
All right.
Getting
The-
out
the
of
hump
grapple
of
is tough.
The grapple check, yeah.
All right, I'm
Grapple's
marking it as
imperfect.
complete.
Hard. Okay,
Thank you so
Here
much,
goes.
Ninja.
and so it shall be. Because new art is expensive. So this
I mean, why do
natural
you
20.
think Ketch was being heroic?
I love that
Think about the bottom line.
So Gus finds within himself a reserve of strength, perhaps from his nanites, and again flashes back to the mine, perhaps.
Oh man,
Yeah.
claustrophobia.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't playing that up. Yeah,
Oh,
Gus, I
no.
specifically wrote up that he does have a slight claustrophobia.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to get in the way of things too much.
Well, I would say this might be triggering it because
So yeah, he gets real angry and he just like, and like you can see the nanites lighting up, probably flowing through his veins. He's just starting to glow from within.
Yeah. All right. So, Gus, you all on the bridge and in the river and in the sky see very, very Hercules-esque. I'm, like picturing when Hercules in the old Disney movie like gets swallowed by some monster, and all of a sudden, just it burps a little bit, and then you see Gus just struggling to open the mouth of this monster, and he does it to the point where he will hopefully be able to get out next turn. And we are on, so that was a full round action, and now we are on to Sloan Rider.
It's enough above the water I can still see it.
Yes, it is on the
Still shoot
surface.
it. Sweet. Trick attack. Ho ho! Oh! That's a crit.
Gleam.
Against flat-footed CR. It is now flat-footed to everybody until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
That's 12 fire damage, and I need a will save from that mollusk. DC 15, or it's shaken.
I tell you what, Nick, while I'm rolling that, I got a 21 on the will save. But go ahead and re-roll, roll me another d8 of trick attack damage, because trick attack is also double.
That's right.
Crit.
So another 3.
All right. 3 plus 5
12.
is 8, plus 12 is 20. Ooh.
Yeah. Sweet. 20 fire damage.
20 fire damage to this Holofang. And Gus, you feel as you're ripping this thing apart from the inside, just ripping tendons and muscles and stuff like that, as you're forcing it open, you feel the thing shudder even more. And you wonder, did I do that? You didn't. And
I'm doing so good. I'm a good boy.
If it can still reach me, it can attempt its attack of opportunity if it would like. I did
Its
shoot
mouth
it.
is closed though, right?
its mouth is closed, so it doesn't have its pseudopod. So, and it is the
Wait,
Holofang's
Mouth
turn.
was closed last time.
No, that's the thing. It wasn't actually. I was describing it as closed, but it wasn't mechanically
enough.
closed, and so I had to retroact. You guys got damage from it. It's fine. So, it is the Holofang's turn, and the Holofang is going to just try and maintain this grapple on Gus.
No, please. Please do not.
No, thank you.
And
Do not want.
it is going to bite at Gus. Gus, that is a 28 versus your KAC.
You have beaten it by at least 13.
Oof. Oh no.
Well, that is 14 points of piercing damage.
Mitigating half of that again. Right? No, I haven't. No, I have gone. Yes, I'm going to mitigate 7 of that.
Okay. And that is its turn. It has you pinned right now. Auntie Nuna.
Auntie Nuna will, Gus, has it done damage to Gus this round? Last round?
It has.
Okay.
It has
Yes, it has.
definitely. And
Gus?
it Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but as Gus had opened it, you see the jaws then slam shut once again as it maintains this grapple on Gus with another bite.
Gus, can you hear me? Oh wait, no, actually,
I think you should be able to yell at him.
I was gonna say, what am I doing? And she opens up her comm. Gus, can you hear me?
Gus's comm is ringing, and he's like,
No, it's the radio function of the comm. Her voice just comes through.
Gus, I want you to know that you're a good boy. Over.
Nuna wrote an app for this. Hacks our comm units. Makes her voice come out.
How much SP is he getting back at level 4?
10.
oh geez, that's so much.
That's
Thank
big.
you.
I know we're not
told-
supposed to compare this to real life technology, but like phones 10 years ago could do that.
Yeah, we had the flip phones that also were walkie-talkies. For
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Sorry, please continue.
No
Auntie.
worries.
Okay.
Auntie Nuna then turns to the rest of the group and says, "All right, get him." So, maintaining.
Okay. Get 'em has been enacted. Catch. Swimming in the water.
Is
these are-
so I believe that
these-
starts off with an athletics check.
Yes, it does. These are calm waters. This is not going to be a hard DC. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Goodness. And I don't have a halfway bad athletics. That's a 20.
Sweet.
Look at you.
Keep swimming and just a blue streak under his breath that would make a sailor clutch their pearls. Swims back to shore here, and we'll say over here, and pulls his weapon.
Okay.
Just cursing the DR on that thing.
Yeah.
Me too, buddy.
Yeah. Maria.
Wrath is having trouble deciding whether to take like a high chance of dealing 1 point of damage or a low chance of applying a condition. I think we'll alternate between them just to mix it up. So this time we'll shoot it. 17 EAC versus it is flat-footed. Yeah.
It is flat-footed. It is blinded, which I think just imposes flat-footed.
I think so.
Yeah.
It is get-emmed. That 17 hits its EAC.
Hooray,
Do you want to know
damage?
Do you want to know how many hit points it had left, Simon?
Was it 1?
It was 1.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sweet.
So, Marayoth, you perhaps desperately, perhaps resignedly, just fire off another constituent at this creature, and hoping against hope that this will do anything, and your little constituent just think into the side of it, and Gus, from the inside, you all of a sudden feel this thing slowly convulse, and you mechanically don't take any more damage, but this thing definitely seizes up for a second, and then it relaxes, its jaws open, and you all see, I imagine, a very frantic Gus scrambling at this creature.
Catch comes back out and helps pull him out.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was awful. That was
Catch
awful.
just arm over the shoulder, doing the one arm stroke back to the shore. Just, it's okay, buddy. We got you. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Trying to reassure
Gus-
himself as much as Gus.
Gus is kneeling in the
that's
sand after we get to shore, and he's just using the sand to scrub slime off of himself.
Oh.
Catch flips his goggles down and starts giving him a medical scan. Did you take hit point damage?
I thankfully did not. If it
And
wasn't
I'm not even gonna bother rolling him.
if it wasn't for Liz. 10 minutes to scrub myself.
How damn spot.
So that That was a CR4 creature. That
Wow.
was
Sweet.
very, very, very
scary.
scary. Yeah. When prepping that, I was like,
Ooh,
Resist
grappling
cold
and
10?
Starfinder.
Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah, if I hadn't been grabbed right out the gate, Gus was definitely first thing summoning his drill and just falling on it.
Jeez.
Oh my
Gus.
god.
Why
Yeah.
don't you have any self-preservation instinct?
Yeah, come on, that's my shtick.
We
I
can't
don't
all
have
be
any ranged
suicidal.
attacks.
Okay. So, Holofang dead at your feet in the water. You all are left with this gap in the bridge, which makes one think, perhaps one would wonder, how is this used as a secret base by people? Very carefully, I guess.
My guess is that was like one of their traps. They have set that up.
They just know how to. They just remember to jump.
Yeah.
Gotta
The
jump that
20
easy
feet?
20 feet. Yeah, easy 20-foot jump. They're all.
Yeah.
They're like,
they
no.
I have
bring-
to swim.
And they bring it a snack, like a
You all
Yeah,
took
they-
assurance athletics, right?
Look,
wrong
they're all
set.
just war form singers.
Yes.
Do we have to
Um,
swim? Do I have to go back in the water?
No.
It's been a long time since my last water aerobics class. She can't swim. Or, I mean, mechanically.
I think we can.
I've
I
got
think we
rope.
can
we
brain our
could
way across.
bump Fuzzle's belt a grappler.
Grapplers are fun. Always good to
Did we
have.
find a grappler, or am I imagining things? I thought
No, you
someone-
We're
talked
talking
pulling the
about
grappler.
puzzling one last session, is what it was.
Okay.
We've run into a situation where we need it more than once now, and it's making me question.
You
Just
did
has
just get
50 feet of
200
rope.
credits out of your friend Ranj, too. So that'll.
Yeah, the
That'll
grappler
go.
is 700.
It feels so good to be bad.
We could also just grab a collapsible ladder out of our belt. 20-foot collapsible ladder.
I was gonna say,
150,
how
walk
much
across.
does the ladder weigh? That's what I was thinking of.
One bulk for the ladder.
That's it.
We
huh?
could even go big and get the 40-foot collapsible ladder and just have it for 300.
Yeah, no, I think we should just have it. We don't have a null space chamber yet, though.
Here, I will spend the bum puzzles belt because I have so much.
Okay.
And somebody else
I
should
will
spend the 300 to pull a
allow
ladder out of their backpack.
Take the 200 out of the extortion funds, and yeah. Also,
Catch conveniently has a collapsible ladder.
nice.
Classic catch. Always
Catch is
pulling
just
out
like,
those
hold on, guys, I got
wacky
something
things.
for this. Sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, go on.
Oh,
It's-
Catch just kind of flips his one strapped shoulder bag around, and out of it he draws how many bulk 40-foot collapsible ladder?
It's
Oh, still
one
just
bulk
one?
when it's
Okay.
collapsed, and then yeah. Oh no, it's 2 bulk when it's collapsed. When it's extended, it has 5 bulk.
Ah, yes, the famous matter acquiring ladders.
If you need,
No, because bulk
If
is
you need-
just. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go on, Jet.
No, I was just gonna say, if you need someone to carry the bulk, I am very under encumbered right now.
Bulk
Catch
is
will
also
let
meant
you
to
carry that.
represent how unwieldy something is to carry, not just physical weight, but also.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was like basically just tied to weight.
No.
Good to know.
It's-
We were
This item suggests otherwise.
instead of a
imagine-
magnetic
I-
jack, we were this
I guess,
close
yeah.
to Gus's arm turning into a ladder.
Jeez.
I imagine that when Catch takes out the ladder from his bag, it's like Mary Poppins, you know, like.
Oh, yes. 100%.
I love it. Okay.
And then we can just lay it across this
Yeah.
gap and walk across
Yeah.
it.
Sure.
Catch presses the button on the side, it extends, and he Death Strandings it.
Probably still like a DC 5 to walk across a ladder, but
Yeah, gotta balance, you know.
Wrath will spot everyone.
Yeah, Morath.
I-
Morath is like,
Athletics.
why don't you all just fly across? Oh.
Oh, this is
yeah,
acrobatics.
I gotta get those jump jets. Oh, you had to balance.
That's
You're
your
almost
exactly
acrobatic.
what I was thinking too.
Almost of a level.
So
My acrobatics is the lowest I can get is 13, so I imagine I just waltz right across that ladder.
well, lucky you.
Yeah, why
I
doesn't
got the lowest
everybody
I can
who
get is a
needs
4.
to roll me that acrobatics check?
Catch
All
doesn't
right,
have
Wrath
to.
assists automatically.
Gus is going to sheath himself in nanites first.
Yeah.
Also, I need to take off some.
Like you do.
Gus,
that might
you're
help.
you're good, bud. It's only a 20-foot drop into water. You won't hurt yourself. I did it before. You didn't see my super cool dive.
I don't know
It
what you're
was
talking
very
about.
cool, dear.
Yeah, that was weird how you got in the water. I don't. Yeah.
Catch actually blushes a little bit when Auntie Nuna says that.
Aw. All right, Gus, go ahead. Give me that. Oh, Gus gets a 10, but still manages it. Not as gracefully as the other two, but that's okay. You all make it across, and you do indeed see the statue of,
Oiden?
the guy, Gaskar Yulalov, whom this city is named for, Gaskar.
Ah.
Whom this planet is named
Gaskar
for.
Yule Log.
Yulalov.
Ooh la la.
You'll love Gaskar.
Gaskar Molotov. Got it.
Yulalov this planet. That's it. That's the catchphrase. That's the motto of the city. They have it printed everywhere.
He's spinning in his grave right now.
Yeah, he really is. So, okay. So you enter the temple and find it to be mostly destroyed. Every room you come to is covered in a thick layer of dust. So this is not a recent development. The whole place seems to be abandoned until you come to a room towards the rear end of the temple. This room is littered in debris and wreckage from some past destruction. In one corner of the room, you see several large boulders leaning against a wall. The ground to the right of them seems to be scuffed.
Ooh, suspicious.
Perception.
Go ahead,
Let's
make me those
investigate. Look around.
perceives.
Ooh. Marath has compression. Can they like squeeze into the behind of the boulders?
What's the size on that?
I think tiny.
I believe
Really?
so. That sounds right.
Which is like a foot.
Yeah, like
It goes about a foot
cat
tall.
size.
Cat size. Can a cat get
Okay.
in there?
Could a cat get in there? We'll say you are able to get in part of the way, Marayoth, and you see that there is indeed an opening beyond these boulders. The perception checks of Sloane and Ketch confirm this from the outside.
And since I haven't done it this session, I will redirect your attention to the +4 with scanner for searching stuff.
Okay. Then you definitely are able to tell that this is a secret passage, Ketch.
With my special goggles.
Yes. Look with your special eyes. My friend.
My secret passage.
On the other side, is there like a lever or a button?
No, actually.
Oh, do they open?
They're moving all these boulders every time they want to go back there? Goodness.
That's
Somehow.
really inconvenient.
Maybe there's just something
All right.
y'all are missing.
That's telekinesis, Marioth.
I'll shove my arm in there and turn it into a jack, and we'll use it to push the boulder out of the way.
You just been looking for a reason to use that thing.
Fine.
Hey,
Gotta
that
jack
plan
it up.
was
Gus gets all jacked up and moves the boulder out of the way. Man, he's so jacked. So,
He's just jacked.
Gus, you are able to, with relative ease, move this boulder aside with your jack arm. And beyond it, you see a staircase with lights at the bottom of it. The staircase goes down about 20 feet or so, by your estimation. Do you all advance?
Yes.
Should
Okay.
I go first?
Are we on a map?
goofy.
Quietly.
You are not on a map.
We're Theater of the Minding this one. Got it.
Yes.
Yes,
I know.
we advance.
Are we going quietly? I will activate my stealth array.
We can go
Yes,
quietly.
please.
Catch will. What's the light level in here?
Dim. but at the bottom of the
Catch will-
staircase, it looks bright.
Ketch will drop into
normal.
dark
Okay.
I
for
can't see.
4 minutes. Oh no! Here, Auntie, hold Gus's hand.
I will see for you, Auntie.
Thank you. You're a nice boy.
I only rolled a
Okay.
4.
Ha! Natural 20
Wow.
for 20.
For 20.
It would have been an 18 but I activated my sheath array.
Okay, so all in all, fairly good stealth checks, everybody. Good job. I'm impressed. You are heading down the stairs, and you come out into a map. See, it didn't take
map.
that long to get back.
Like gasp.
Yes. Everybody see? Everybody can only see this tiny little
Yep.
chamber that you're in.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yes,
Like
indeed.
stairs with doors on the north side.
Yes, doors on the north side. You go to open, or you check the doors, open them, etc., etc. You find that they are unlocked.
I'm gonna make an executive decision that we took a 10-minute rest
I mean,
that is fair.
on the way here.
I took
Yeah.
10 minutes to scrub the slime off my body in the sand.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I go first? Should I open the doors?
We could squeeze
I'm
under.
Sloan
All right. Oh, that works
Sloan
too.
opens the door as quietly as she can. Stealth check.
Okay.
I don't know what's
go
behind
ahead.
it. 30 on my stealth check.
Good to know. Thank you. Can you now? Question for you: can you walk through that door? Because I have turned on the setting that says that you can't. What?
I can.
What in tarnation? I have.
Operative.
What is the setting for me to stop you from walking through walls? Is it movement, dynamic lighting, barriers, restrict movement? But if I turn that
Restrict
setting,
movement, I think.
why would that not be on the updated dynamic
Yes,
lighting
That is
option?
how you do. I cannot go back now.
Aha! You've fallen for my trap. No, so those doors, like I said, open, and you see a hallway. Nothing else. Nobody in here.
Sloan's gonna sneak over to the left. And
Okay.
because we always go left. And stealth open this door.
Catch,
Okay.
stay close to me and Marayoth.
This door
28,
is
two-
also unlocked. You
Nice.
open the
So
door.
is this the normal light level then?
Yes, this is normal light levels.
Well, until the 4 minutes has passed, it is actually 1 step lower for 20 feet around me.
In a 20-foot
Yeah.
radius around you. Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. All right. So you enter this room, and I have a description. This room has been converted into a vaccination lab, complete with light tables cluttered with medical equipment used to seed and manufacture vaccines. Large incubation machines all along the walls glow with strange light. A few nurse drones work here. They sort of are buzzing about. They look almost like a mechanic's drone, like the kind that you can buy, like the medical drones kind of thing, that act as a mechanic's drone. They are sort of hovering about, ministering to the machinery around this room, and yeah, they don't really pay much attention to you all as you wander in.
All right. I see more doors at the end of the room. Let's keep going this way. Do you want to
Okay.
cross this place?
Well,
Probably don't want to
Yeah.
aggravate the drones.
If they're the right
Oh,
kind of
man.
drones, we should steal them.
Auntie
Liberate
Nuna
them.
rolled in that one for a 9. I'm very bitter.
okay. So,
Ketch got a 19 to search the room if that's what we're doing.
okay.
Gus got a 26. Ignore that +4 because I have my sheath array active.
Okay. So you see what I described before. You can catch Gus going up to these machines. You're able to sort of determine that these are manufacturing something. Gus, you are fairly certain that it is, in fact, as I described in the room, probably shouldn't have actually been in the room description, but these are vaccines that they're creating. They're making medicine here.
Why is a terrorist making vaccines? Those are good things.
It's a good question, Gus.
Maybe
Could
they're
I-
bad
Other
vaccines.
door.
Could I do some
29
sort of
stealth.
medical analysis to figure out what the vaccine's for?
You can try. And then
I'm
we'll
going
get to
to-
stealth check, yes.
I'm going to drop my sheath array, then reactivate it to get a bonus to medicine.
Cool.
Drop my bonus to stealth.
Go ahead and... there it is. All right. Yeah, Gus, you looking at this, you have no idea you have never seen what they are trying to sort of protect against here. You have not experienced what they are protecting against.
I have no idea what this vaccine is supposed to protect you from, but I can tell it's a vaccine somehow.
It says it on the label.
Yeah.
I took a sample in my backpack.
Okay. So then, Sloan, you open this door to the south chamber very stealthily. Sloan is very good at stealth. I wonder why.
Yeah. Operative.
Yeah.
I will, once again, drop my sheath array and reactivate it, shifting the focus of my nanites.
Cool. All right. As you enter this chamber, skip to here. The former sanctuary of this temple bears Waden's symbol on the floor. It now functions as a command center. Dozens of displays track creatures around the galaxy. Several maps, carefully tagged and pinned, hang about the room. Blue crystals on the walls emit a strange but pleasant hum. As you enter this room, you see two creatures. One looks remarkably similar to the two SROs you fought back at Sonic Future, except she has a 5 across her forehead. The other stands with their back to the door, a blue and silver cloak pulled over their head. The SRO calls out as well, let me see if the SRO even, sees you. Yeah, the SRO sees you. Well, if it ain't the scamps that turn the other me's into scrap metal. But seeing as how I know how to fix myself up pretty good, I'll let that go. Now, are we all going to throw down while my friend here melts your brain, or are you going to listen to what the lady has to say?
We're interested in listening. There's no need
Catch
to
looking visibly nervous, just there ain't no need for brain melting.
Should we enter the room on the border?
Yes, please do. Yeah, you're at this. You all are sort of moving in. The cloaked figure, hearing Auntie Nuna interested in talking, turns around slowly, the cloak falling away. You see this person. Oh, I should also show you Charity as well. So you see Charity. Some of the best SRO art ever.
I love it.
That's super cool. It's like the guy from Rogue One combined with Boba Fett and a cowboy.
Sweet.
And you see this person. Marayoth, if you are trained in mysticism, you know that this person is a Bore, a type of corporeal undead. Her skin appears cracked, marred with circular scars. For the listener, this is art of a Vesk that has been sort of, they're a Bore Vesk, as Bore are just undead versions of any other race in Starfinder. So, yes, the figure speaks. I do not know you, but I suspect you have been sent here by some Imperial agent who calls me Oathbreaker. But I don't answer to that name. Through life and death, I have held my oath to the Veskarium. I am Agavana Stoneblood.
Yes, we were skeptical of the story told to us by the agent. The official word in the Veskarium is that you killed an entire city. I'd be curious to hear your side of the story, dear.
Her face turns into a snarl at mention of Barandamana. It all began when I was stationed in Barandamana. The day the adamant scale tested the hellfire toxin. They wiped out the entire population. I had begun snooping around, pulling at threads they didn't want pulled. Before I got the chance to do anything, I was too late. They carpet-bombed the entire city, killing so many. Agents of the adamant scale captured me and made certain that I was in the path of the bombing. I died, the fires devouring me wholly. The next thing I remember is waking up in the morgue. The symbol of Waden burned into my mind. I escaped from the morgue, and they branded me a traitor to the Empire, pinned the whole operation on me to cover up their involvement. I believe it is my sacred duty, handed down by Waden himself, to investigate the adamant scale and to bring them down, to right the wrongs committed by the Empire.
Who is the adamant scale?
And I trust you have
The adamant
proof to
scale.
back this up.
If you ask that, the only proof that I have is, I don't suppose you walked through the lab of victims.
No, we went west.
Ah, yes, common, it's the problem with splitting these maps, No, she'll show you all take you through to H2, which...
Would you
she
mind
says,
closing the turn order, Tom?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I would not mind.
No, it's fine. It seems like it's not needed at this point.
No, it could have been. Might still be. Who
Auntie
knows?
Luna likes to chat.
It's a bunch of large eaves from Wally.
Yes. She gestures as you all go in. These are victims of the Hellfire Toxin bombing. I have made it my job to gather them here in this sanctuary and administer to them best as I can. It is not easy, and not all survive, but it is the least I can do for failing them.
Gus's arm sort of starts showing readouts and like holographic displays, and he's just like holding it over the pods, trying to figure out medically exactly what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Ketch is doing the same thing to less effect.
Okay, yeah. So you both, Gus both of you actually analyzing the machines in H3, the room to the west, you understand and see traces of that medicine in these people. They seem to be stable for the most part, a lot of them. It does smell like a campfire in here. The Hellfire Toxin seems to be just continuously burning at these people. Even now.
That's so much worse than I first even imagined.
Yeah. This is awful. You're saying the Vescarium did this?
Yes, these are newer victims on smaller scale tests that the Adamant Scale has run since that first test. I have, again, made it my job, my quest. I believe it is my quest to take care of them. Hunt them down when I can.
Ketch has had an idea, and we'll go back into this other room.
Okay. What is
Hopefully
Ketch
without too much concern from the other SRO. Is going to try and hack into the computer and see if this guy's story all checks out with the data they're gathering, because there's a chance he could be lying to us, and these are just his horrible test subjects.
That's true. Agavana, small point of order, is she, her.
She, her. Thank you.
That's okay. But Charity will sort of raise an eyebrow at you as you start accessing the computers in this room. But Agavana says, let him be. There is nothing that I have to hide from these people if I am going to convince them of my truth. Ketch, you see files on just countless Vesk and agents of this adamant scale and their movements throughout the Veskarium. You see sort of, it does end up sounding a lot like conspiracy theories of events that are connected, that don't seem connected at first, but symptoms of, this colony or this ship was eradicated and nothing was ever heard from them again. And it all seems to be tying back to the adamant scale and these movers and shakers.
Yeah, I asked about the adamant scale, and then did we get anything about them?
Nope,
Yes.
I hijacked everything. Sorry, go on.
Here, no, that's fine. All of the we're in an information gathering session here. Yeah. So Agavana, after showing Ketch the patients in H2, will say the adamant scale is a faction within the Vescarium, so well hidden that even the Council of Despots does not know of its existence. Council of Despots being effectively the president of each planet in the Vescarium. The adamant scale claims to protect the Empire and strike at its enemies, but its members answer to no one but themselves. It was the adamant scale who turned the humble Zyapede into deadly hellfire toxin, a poison I have experienced firsthand, as you can see. They toil tirelessly for the perfect bioweapon, and when I find the victims, I bring them here for treatment. However, experimenting on small populations will never be enough for the adamant scale. I believe they are preparing another large test on the scale of Barandamana, and I persuaded Jask to steal the Zyapeds so I could find an antidote in time. Instead, you have found me. May we avoid violence in this. I need more time.
Between looking at his readouts and listening to what they're saying, and probably getting some sort of confirmation from Ketch, is just going to be staring at Sloane, head kind of up, like eyes looking at her real seriously, like, come on, Captain.
Come on, Captain.
Like, just pure expectation.
Well, the powers that be are convinced that you had something to do with the attack on True Blue.
And I am telling you that I did not. One of us could be lying. I understand that I don't have proof, aside from, well, my state and my story.
If it wasn't you, then who was it?
The adamantine scale, dear.
Yeah, she doesn't have a particular Vesk for you all to hunt down and murder. But
man, that would make things so much easier.
That would put a nice little bow on it.
What if we go to the planet where they're planning to do the test and stop it?
That should not be necessary. I have a starship coming to transport me somewhere far from here. If you let me go, I vow to you that the adamant scale, I will do everything that I can to stop the adamant scale and their testing, and work on my antidote as well. Vaccine before was probably not the right term. It's just a term that I got from the book.
You can make vaccines against, like, well, then it's more of like an antitoxin. Never mind.
Yeah.
Is there any way we could, if the Vesk who gave us this mission isn't a member of the adamantine scale, and we brought him evidence that the adamantine scale was involved, we could both do our job and act morally?
That is an interesting proposition. Let me think on that.
They didn't give Tom that option in the book.
Is it that obvious?
You think they
Yes,
would?
perhaps if we take evidence that you have back to Directive 9, they'll stop hunting you. Perhaps.
I don't know that the adamant scale will ever stop hunting me, even if the official face of the government is...
Directive 9 might stop hunting you.
Yes. Directive 9 maybe will help you, because maybe they'll go they'll act against the adamant scale.
Let's be.
Yes, the captain we met with seemed to at least be honest, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Perhaps he could be a
Well.
resource to you.
Perhaps you're right. I will collect some data and give it to you on a flash drive to pass off to this captain. I do not hold high hopes, and you will not tell him where you found me.
Sounds like you're not going to be here much longer anyway.
She gestures around. However, my operation will remain here. The nurse drones will continue to administer to these people. I cannot just leave them behind. And I cannot take them with me either. So, I want this place to remain sacrosanct.
Fair enough.
Then we
If
have
you
a
think it's
deal.
a threat to tell Directive 9 about it, then we won't.
Thank you. Thank you for serving freedom. Now, my ship should be arriving soon. So I should gather my things and prepare that data package for you. So she'll get some things together. It doesn't take very long. You get the sense that she is used to moving quickly when she has to.
Does she give us the location where the next experiment's supposed to take place?
No. She is only she is confident that she's going to handle that and disrupt that, but says that you all will.
We can best help by just letting her do her thing.
Well,
Yeah.
my thought wasn't necessarily that we directly interfere, but if we could point Directive 9 at that, and Directive 9 could see proof before their eyes that it's the adamant scale doing this thing.
I'd say that they'd likely believe that the reason we were able to point them to it is because
what's her name?
Agavana.
Agavana told us that she was going to do it. They'll interpret the data to reflect their hypotheses.
Yeah, Gus, you can't trust these Vescarium types.
You
Well,
do
you
place a
just
lot of
told me the
faith.
guy was trustworthy.
He seemed honest enough, but these large-scale law enforcement operations are always corrupt on some level.
The war machine keeps moving, Gus. If no matter how many of its individual members can be trusted, you can rest assured that the adamant scale is probably there. Their claws guiding things. You all place a lot of faith in this plan to get Directive 9 on board, but I am willing to pass on some data in goodwill.
I only hope
So-
that it'll help to clear your name.
I should only be so lucky. But clearing my name is not my job, not my concern anymore. My concern is for the people, the victims of this tyranny. So I will pass along what I have found on the Hellfire Toxins antidote. And you and I never saw each other.
Of course.
So you all, she escorts you out of the facility. What's up, Gus?
Could Gus have, because he did readings on the medicine itself, the equipment, and the victims. He'd probably seek out Auntie's help and or advice. Like, could we use this data to help somehow?
In what way?
Like, to sort of lend credence to the claim that she's trying to take care of these people.
So
she's
what
obviously
data?
performing, because I was scanning their bodies. I was getting medical data. There was obviously medicine treating these people.
Yeah, she's including some of that on her report.
I'm independent, though, is my thought process.
Sure. Yeah.
Right,
That's fine.
but if we show that we did scans, then we'll be demonstrating that we found these people.
Yeah, that we did
And
in fact
need
find
to,
them.
and we need to tell Directive 9 that we didn't find anything.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's why I also said advice.
Auntie Nuna explains this gently to Gus.
Ah, Fleem.
We can't let them know that we know. It's difficult, I understand.
With this
Why can't we just-
data, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, why can't we just move, ship stuff? This is all super big.
Leave the thinking to us, dear.
Yeah, Gus, come on over here. Let's play some cards.
You're a good boy, Gus.
Go, Nick.
With the data in hand, Sloan will record a message back to Fireheart.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Eshevayo Fireheart.
Saying we found some leads, but the doctor is long gone. Here's the data we found on this planet, and hopefully you can do something with it. It appears the trail has gone cold.
Okay.
And are we giving the hypothesis that the doctor was framed, or?
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
It looks like it looks like the doctor is working tirelessly to come up with a antidote for hellfire toxin. And in my humble opinion, it doesn't seem like she's the one behind all this, but the trail has gone cold with a 28 bluff along with that
Okay.
message.
Excellent. 28 bluff on that message will be a 28 bluff. So, all right, so you send that message off to Eshevayo, and we'll see the results of that later.
We still don't think we're getting paid for this one.
No, probably not. Since we're reporting the trail,
You already
has
got
gone
the
cold,
man's
we
money.
can't find anything. Yeah.
We got an advance. Do we need to return it? I didn't spend any of it.
No, we shouldn't need to return
Nah.
it. An advance is an advance.
So, at this point, what's her name? Agavana escorts you all upstairs out of the facility, along with Charity Mark V. The nurse drones humming, as they work around the different patients.
I picture
in
them
their
as
pods.
I picture them as Miss Nannies or whatever they're called.
From Fallout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Acknowledged.
Question.
Answer.
What is the god that this temple is built to?
Waden.
Which
Waden.
is
Weydan.
The god of travel and
Travel and-
wandering.
Freedom. Yeah.
Travel,
Yeah.
freedom, wandering, all that.
interesting. That
Mhm.
they would revive a dead body.
Yeah, so Bore are a very interesting concept to begin with. Nobody really knows a lot of undead are sort of in
Created.
Starfinder. There's 50 million undead, right?
Mhm.
And each one has a very specific way that they are created. Some are created when you die in the drift, and then you're a drift dead. And others are created when you die feeling helpless, feeling like there's no rescue. And then very, very specific
That's my
thing.
favorite.
Yeah. Bore are basically revenants, where Bore come back because their task is not done, or they want revenge,
Yeah.
or something like that. And so Bore, and nobody knows what happens to them after they die. But that said, some Bore do retain memories of what brought them back. Others don't. Yeah. So really, it's just kind of gods are ineffable.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm trying to remember who it was, but one of our fans, I think, likes making characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Not Jet,
as-
Shades.
Yeah, as Starfinder
Starfinder.
characters, and
both
the
do
Winter
that.
Soldier was one of these.
Okay.
I was the one that did that particular instance. I did the Winter
perfect.
Soldier as a Borai.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah, that's fitting. So, yes. So you are escorted out of the facility, and you all head outside after all of that discussion, and a ship appears on the horizon. As it gets closer, Agavana steps beside you all and says, "Yes, I had heard that the Wintermorn was a dependable crew, and they came at a good price." The Wintermorn lands in the field nearby, and soon after, the airlock door opens up with Neva, Nemelith, Dizzy, and a Verthani man stepping out into the bright sunlight. Sloan, you recognize that Verthani. That is your friend Jinx. And just like that, you're brought back to another time. Yeah, whole tone scales play in the background. So we see a younger Sloan sitting in a chair, hands cuffed to an iron ring on the desk, in a room with a one-way mirror. The door opens up, and in walks the steward that has been interrogating you, Officer Zervinus, who bears a striking resemblance to Jinx of present day. He sits down at the desk and says, "Ryder, come on, we've got you dead to rights now. You were found with stolen property trying to pawn it off to some poor unsuspecting Ahsoki trader."
I didn't know it was stolen.
Well, be that as it may, the laws are the laws. You can't sell stuff that's not yours, even if I did believe that. Now, what you should have done... never mind. I can see you're obviously not going to talk. So, I'll let you sit in the brig for a bit longer. See if that loosens your tongue. You are walked through the interior of the Steadfast. You know, you are on the Steadfast, the flagship of the stewards, where you are being held under arrest while the stewards try to investigate just how deep your smuggling actually goes. You got separated from Auntie Nuna during the last job. She was not taken in with you, thank goodness. You arrive at your cell, a solitary chamber in a hallway of similar rooms. 3 blank walls are visible through the 4th outside wall, which in turn is made of transparent aluminum with a door set into it. You are deposited by your taciturn guards, the door slamming behind you. You have a bed and a chamber pot. It is clear that this is meant to be a long-term holding cell. What does Sloan do once she is done to her... she is left to herself? Her self?
Yeah, Sloan probably like doing handstands, being, keeping busy.
Yeah. Classic. Starts doing chin-ups on the pipes.
Well, probably less that. She's probably doing like yoga, being a Dex character.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense. So a half hour passes before something more interesting happens. The door to your cell beeps open, and Officer Zernavis slips into your cell and quietly shuts the door. He looks at you with a curious look and says, "So, what do you know about Cavallari Venture-class starships?"
Oh, I've picked up a bit here and there.
Perfect. I'm going to need help lifting one. And we fade out back to, with that look of shock on Sloane's face. We fade out with Jinx looking in similar shock at you. Sloan!
Jinx! Runs across, wraps him in a big old hug. How have you been?
You start talking at the same time. Oh, yeah, it's, you first.
Oh, well, finally got my hands on another ship after the damn stewards nicked the Promise.
Yeah, sorry about that. Shame when that happens. But,
sadly, they have her locked down too tight for me to get her out. But it's good to see you in one piece.
Yeah, it's great to see you. You got a crew. You got a crew of your own now. It's more than just you and Nuna. And oh wow, look at this. And I thought the captain said your name before, but You're really you're that rival crew?
I suppose so.
Huh.
That's a
Small
friendly
universe.
enough rivalry, right?
We thought we were all friends.
He says that, looks around, and Gus is bear hugging Neva again.
And then Dizzy will come over to Catch and
Yeah,
Catch, how are you?
Catch and Diz are like they do the the bro clap hands handshake.
Yeah.
Just hey yo, what up, Diz?
Nemelith
Auntie
just,
Nuna, oh, sorry.
go on.
Oh, Auntie Nuna comes up and goes, "Oh, hello again." I assume she's met him, because
Them. You and Sloane had gone upstairs. I don't know that you were at the bar. No, actually.
No. Sorry, I meant the one that Sloane is.
Oh,
talking
Jinx.
to now.
Jinx. Yes. Yeah, you've probably met Jinx once or twice, for sure.
Yeah, we traveled together for a time.
Yeah. So, and then Nemelith just sort of looks over all these proceedings and just sort of, rolls her eyes. The Hilky human witch warper with the misleading fire going up her arm in her official art, making her look very tiefling. But so Jinx will say, well, hey, nice job beating us to the Black Heart job. You should have seen Neva's face when we got there, and Neva, like, with Gus, sort of like shoots him a look. Yeah, you all were pretty quick. I must admit that I was kind of impressed. Nice job, Severance Package.
Well, I do have a way of attracting very talented people.
Yeah, I guess so.
He
I
means
guess
us.
so. We are the talented people.
That's right, we are, Marayoth. Still holding Neva just in the air.
Clone was thinking of the goblins and Catch, but,
Catch lets them have this one.
We're all talented.
Yes. Well, listen, I hate to break up the happy reunions here, but we got a job to do. We got to take Agavana here out of Dodge, get her out of here before she's hunted down and murdered by bounty hunters like you. Which I take didn't happen then?
No, you know
What
me.
we were
I got
fired for, but
She's a good person.
Well,
We
I
are.
got credit for
soft
good, that's
spot.
for sure.
sorry, Nick.
Oh, I got a soft spot for a sob story. What can I say?
So
You should know better
Agavana,
than anyone.
Jinx, like chuckles to himself, kicks his feet. Well, you got me off of that. You got me off of that hunk of metal. I was never cut out to be a steward anyway. So, joke's on them. But hey, listen, it was really good to see you. We'll have to catch up sometime.
Of course. Yeah, take good care of this one.
Of course.
The Vescarium's not going to give up that easily.
No, they're real stubborn bastards, aren't they? But all right, we'll stay safe out there. You fly safe too, and
Always.
they Jinx will do the salute that you all worked out jokingly, and head back onto the ship. And Auntie, good to see you as always. And the entirety of the crew backs onto the ship. Agavana, before the door closes, says something to the effect of, "Thank you for serving freedom in the fight against tyranny. May Waden watch over your steps for the days to come."
And also with you, or whatever the Waden equivalent is.
Gus looks down at his feet.
The airlock door.
Literally, dear.
The airlock door seals behind her, and soon after that, the Wintermorn lifts into the sky. Charity Mark V turns to you all and says, "Well, that was all in a good day's work. See you around, Severance Package." And without further ado, she tips her hat to you all and strolls back into the ruined temple.
She moseys on back.
Mm-hmm.
Mosey.
She does look like she would mosey. So, yeah, you all want to head back to your ship? Maybe gear up for another job?
Sure.
Yeah. That would
Alright.
probably be our next move. Find more cargo.
Did we hear the thrum of her laser spurs?
Laser spurs.
He's got spurs that zingle, zangle, zingle.
So, once you all get back to your ship, Gus, you receive an incoming transmission on your comm unit from none other than Neva Rovo. Gus, I hate to ask you this, you hear shuddering in the background, but I've got a couple lizards on my tail in some BMC maulers. Can't get them off. Seeing as how you all let Agavana go, I figured you all might have a vested interest in seeing her escape safely.
Gus slams the general quarters alarm. We'll be right there.
Yeah, and an explosion rocks the camera for a moment. All right, thanks, Gus. I'm sending you my coordinates now. So there appears to be a dogfight over gas car 3, and y'all need
This
to
is
get
my
there.
shocked face.
Yes. So I think you all, as indicated by the fact that you were communicating with her in real time, she has not yet managed to leave orbit of gas car 3, and it shouldn't take you that long to get there in your speedy little ship. So I think what we do, assuming that, of course, the crew agrees and wants to stop this from happening, we will fade out on the Severance package, burning fuel, and coming up on the upper atmosphere of gas car 3, seeing 2 BMC maulers closing in on the Wintermorn.
Gus's mechanical arm taking off access panels so he can get ready to just yank random wires as the crew chief or the chief mate.
Perfect. All right.
Beautiful.
Well, excellent job today, everybody. Really good. I once again, I kept my streak going of nearly killing at least one of you.
Yeah.
Right.
It was fine.
Yeah, you didn't even take hit point damage. You were great.
Gus. Yeah,
It could have
Gus
been
is-
real bad though if it had just gotten away.
Yeah, well, that's the
Still
saving
slow.
grace is it only has a 20-foot swim speed. So y'all would have had, it would have been open season firing at that thing if it had swum away with you. So, yeah. But instead, one of your heaviest hitters jumped into the water.
Listen, I had a great idea for something that would be really cool and cinematic, and then I came up against something like that was
Came up against
literally
the
impenetrable.
I loved it, Leif. I
What
loved
was
it
the
so
vision?
much.
I was just like, let me show off this new weapon that I spent 2,000 credits on.
The
What did you-
knife.
I guess not, never mind.
What was
I'll
it?
just
the
use the
knife?
conceal property and put it back away, way away.
I think that secretly, Catch is trying to compensate for the fact that he is not Gus's best friend. Like, got wind of their new special secret bond, not secret, but their special bond, and finds himself jealous.
Oh, yes.
Now we just need
no.
to get Murray off to get a partner bond graft and then link up to Catch.
I don't
And
think
then-
you can do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, but that
Daisy
knife was
chain
2,000
it.
credits?
Huh?
Leif, was that knife 200 credit? 2,000 credits?
2060.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's analog, conceal, and operative, so it's pretty fancy.
Fair enough.
I have bonkers sleight of hand bonuses to hide this knife from.
Okay, yeah.
From-
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
and it's a
cool.
switchblade. How
Yeah.
can I not have a switchblade?
Very on brand. Very on brand.
Very on brand.
Yeah.
So, good. Well,
Switchblade
as
buddy.
always, we have a new Cosmic Crit episode dropping tonight. And by we, I mean Cosmic Crit, our sister show, friends. People that helped make this show happen. Leif, thank you for running our audio. Who do we have to thank today?
Oh, yes. Thank you, White Bat Audio and Relax Cafe Music and Riddiman, for the use of your free-to-use music on YouTube. There we go. Got through it.
Perfect. You did it. Nailed it.
I'm just a little bit all over the place. That was a little too much coffee that I drank.
Oh, no. Well, I'll take it from you here. Our fantastic character art was done by Enicola. She is at Enicola on Twitter. That is ENECOLA. Because I realized that could sound like any. Like, I'll just take anything.
Enicola.
Yes. Thank you to Paizo for the wonderful AP, specifically Leo Glass for writing book 2. This is a mammoth of a book, and I love it. The amount, I mean, the players will confirm, looking at the amount of handouts that I have in the book 2 folder, almost every single one of those is just character art, and there's like 15 or 20 of them. So this book has a lot of good stuff in it. If you are looking to run APs, I highly recommend Fly Free or Die. Thank you, Nick, for our stream assets. Simon for running the stream, all of my players for being here and being my players and friends, and finally, all of you, dear listener/viewer, for joining us. We wouldn't be a show without you all. So go ahead and join us in our Discord, period. If you are not in our Discord yet, why not? We literally just post good morning and funny memes to each other. That's pretty much it. We're not going to blow up your phone.
And have
then
discussions about mechanics. Well,
yes,
mechanics
yeah.
of the game.
Yeah. There's show discussions, there's lulls, there's media where mostly it's just, pictures of hedgehogs and stuff like that Conrad posts, and I love it. But then
Bertram.
the occasional Bertram as well, yes. But yeah, as a member of our Discord, you are entitled to join us after the stream, which we're going to do right now, to sit there, shoot the flame, ask questions, etc., etc. You've heard this spiel from me before, but yeah. Before we go, Jet, now that you're on this show, I can actually ask you, Jet, what do we have going on Thursday?
Oh, we will be following our heroes further into this creepy house that they've started exploring over the last 2 episodes.
I don't know if creepy is the right word so much as gross.
It is very
Disgusting.
gross.
Revolting.
Disgusting. It's a number of negative adjectives.
None of them.
And I'm
good.
sorry, what show is this? When is it?
This is
Where is it?
Rise of the Star-Lords, Thursday nights. Starts at 8, goes to 10 Central Time. So 6 PST to 8 PST.
Yes, indeed. So looking
All
forward to that.
Leif
ISO
playing a
standard time.
soldier, a peak soldier, just doing unmitigated murders upon my.
Leif is at peak soldier right now, I think.
Peak soldier. I usually don't build optimum soldiers. I like to do the weird skill soldiers, but oh my goodness.
Not
Ava.
in Sal.
Yeah, I don't want to do that to anyone ever again.
I'd say Ava is the first murder hobo-y soldier that Leif has built since Sal. Sal was.
To be fair, she was a supposed to just be for a one shot. So.
That's the thing. That's why Jacinto has the weirdest stats I've ever put on a character, and by weird I mean no physical stats.
And that's why Lahan is
right.
my Lucian to broken mechanic.
Yeah.
So
sorry for that, Jet.
So come by on Thursdays to see us
great.
all.
It's just
to see us all play
makes
really
things
weird
swingy. Because if I push the challenge up enough to where it can really get at Ava, everyone else is in the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Yeah. Well,
stay in the back. Combat track.
Come see that happen, because it's a good time. I have a good time. You can see me play a plant boy mystic if you're not there already. Again, I know I'm talking to our viewers who probably are at both shows anyway. Think we've rambled enough.
Not.
But if you're not, go do all those things that we just said.
It's a good time.
Right now at the same time. So say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
And Simon, take us into the drift.